All right. Hello there. Hello there. Welcome here to current situation. Welcome here to current situation media. Today is Wednesday. Wednesday, ladies' night high relationship topic. The temperature in Des Moines, Iowa is 17 degree Fahrenheit. Oh, it's 70 degrees Celsius. Cold. All right. It's 17 degree here. And welcome here. Go ahead and share this here. Tonight is ladies' night hot relationship topic. Tonight we have let's see here. We have three topics to be discussed tonight. We have number one. Do you think keeping your relationship private, secret, or hiding it from the public prolongs it? If yes, why? If no, why not? Our second topic here is: have you dated a married man or a married woman, and how did things end up between you guys? The third one is: why do most women remain in an abusive relationship or marriage? So when we're talking about abusive, it don't have to be always physical. It can be emotional. It can be and financial. It just it can also be physical. Yeah. So tonight we got three important topics here. We are live streaming here from. We are also live streaming from Instagram, and we live streaming from YouTube, and we are live streaming here from our Facebook current situation media page. So what we're gonna do here is go ahead and share this. We are live here. We're gonna have folks tuning in. So join us here is ladies' night. We discuss hot, controversial, juicy relationship topics every Wednesday. Only here, the Facebook media page here. We don't do that on my personal page. So if you want to be part of this, go ahead and let's continue to share this here. And yeah, so join us here on the page and to participate. But welcome here, and like I said, it's freezing temperature in Des Moines, Iowa, is 17 degree. So yeah, 17 degree here. We also posted the link. So the link here, if you want to come on as guest, let us know here. But happy Wednesday. We are in the middle of the week. Usually in the middle of the week, we have fun. It's ladies' night. So wherever you are watching here, let's make a toast. Hmm. We have Princess. We haven't seen Princess for a while. Beautiful Princess is here with us on stage. What's up, Miss Beautiful?
Hi, I made it today.
You did, and you look spiffy. You look glamorous.
Thank you, thank you.
Let's see the
What?
outfit. Stand up for us, quick.
Huh?
Stand up for us. Give us a 360.
Don't put me on blast, please.
She said, "Don't put me on." So you don't want to give us a 360? You look all spiffy and glamorous like that?
I fight to say in the chair while I'm sitting right now. I can't stand up if I stand up.
But you look beautiful, sis. Yeah. And
Thank you.
maybe next time when we see you to the current situation party, then you'll give us a 360.
Period.
Yes. So we're gonna take 5-7 minutes to share and invite more people on because we are not on my personal page. We are on the current situation media page. We are on the Instagram page and the YouTube. So for those that are interested, let your friends know. Go on the current situation media page. I just kind of make a little post here that we are live here on my page. So yeah, but we are. I've just made a little post that we are live on the current situation media page. So I posted that on my page. So we'll take 3 to 4 minutes to 5 minutes to share, folks. Go ahead and share this here. It's gonna be fun tonight. Like I said, our first topic is on the screen. Do you think keeping your relationship private slash secret slash hiding it from the public prolongs it? If yes, why? If no, why not? But like I said, we'll give us like 5 minutes. We're sharing that, and the audience, please join us here to share as well. And we are live here. Hot ladies night hot relationship topic is on. Tune in to get all the discussion, all the information here. And our panelists here, they will come on to opine here. Happy Wednesday. Here is the middle of the week. We haven't seen Princess in a while, and we are very thrilled to have her back. So what's up, girl? How you been?
I've been good. I just was not navigating my way to this on my phone, so it was
Since
kind
your
of hard.
since your birthday, King, you look like a money. Well, is your man a billionaire? Because you look like money. Always I see you there. Princess.
Wow.
I'm there giving my little sister a hard time. Yeah. Princess is a very good person. She's founder of Nubian culture. She will also at the end of the segment she will talk about that here when she giving her closing statement. Yeah, yeah. She's a resident of Des Moines, Iowa, and she's one of the panelists and contributor here to this show. Yeah, so she, usually come up with some very controversial topics. So we haven't seen her for like maybe 2, 3 weeks. So we are very thrilled to have her back. So welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm happy to be back. Where's
Yes.
everybody else?
Oh, they will come on here. Some are working, some are work, some are gearing up to come on here. Especially we are on for 2 hours. We got three important topics to cover tonight. We're
All
gonna
right.
be on, 2 hours here. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are on other page, go and tag your friends. Then here, tell them say we are on the current situation page on Facebook here. It's exciting here. That's why I'm about to right here right now. We are live, currently live here on current situation media page. Join us for ladies. So what's new? I almost call you Cynthia. What's new, Princess?
Nothing much. I'm just preparing for the show, We postponed it to May, so it's a new year. We just pray for positive things and move in silence.
Moon is silent. I like that.
Yeah.
Moon in silence, huh?
That's the best way. The devil won't know your move.
Join us now, ladies. Now, hot relationship topic. We are currently live on current social media Facebook page. Join us now, hot relationship topic. All right, folks. It's going to be interesting tonight here. Like I said, the temperature is 17 degrees. So, what do you think about the snow in Des Moines these few days? Cold weather. The kids are staying home. They were so excited. Kids then they don't like to wake up in the morning anyway. So, what do you think about the cold temperatures?
I was actually shocked, when I first moved to Iowa in 2018, 2019, that's when I experienced this weather. But since then, the weather been great until this year.
Oh
And
wow.
it just surprised us, yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, yeah, the weather been so crazy, man. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, so all I'm doing is when you see me in the next month, if you see me I gain a little extra pound, it's the weather.
It's the weather we staying home into. Yeah, I just stay home here on a computer 24 hour. I don't like to drive in the cold
Yeah.
temperatures unless I have to. The business I do, I kind of move around a lot. So, yeah. So my body is built for that. I've been in the US 2 decades, so I pretty much used to that.
Yeah, same here. But I mean, I don't know if I can get used to this negative degree weather.
All right. So tell us again, what's new on your end? Any new friends, new lover, upcoming business? Don't be shy. Talk to your brother in the audience. What's new? Because that smile on your face, I know you got a new man.
So why you keep going back to my relationship? What do you want to hear? That's what you want to hear something. That's
I
what it's,
just want you to tell us what's new because you look like new money.
I mean, it's just God blessing. That's all.
All right.
Yeah, just
I can
God bless.
see that. I can see that smile. I can see that happiness on your faces, and I'm very happy for you. You're a very good individual. You're a community person. You're very sociable. You're very supportive, and so thank you very much. We would like to welcome Malcolm here from Minnesota. Malcolm, welcome.
Welcome, Malcolm.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, how you guys doing?
Uh,
Good. How's yourself?
we're trying to stay warm.
It's cold, man. I know.
How's the temperature like in Minnesota?
My man, we're closer by you guys, so it's the same thing. It just feel, degrees difference.
Because right now in Des Moines is 17 degree here. Tomorrow will be 17. Friday will be 3 degree. I'm giving you guys the forecast. Saturday will be 2 degree. Sunday will be
That's
26.
sick.
Yeah, yeah. So by next week things will start clearing up here. But this week it just freezing temperature. So what's going on? How's your New Year going, Malcolm?
It's going great. I guess Donald Trump took the cold to Iowa. Senator visited Iowa.
Yeah, yeah. He won the state of Iowa during the his last term when he ran. So Iowa is half Republican, half Democrat, but usually sometimes they go during the Obama time they went Democrat, during Hillary and Donald Trump they went Republican. So we'll see how they will go. Yeah, but yeah, welcome to the show, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to let these beautiful individuals here. These are my panelists here. We have more coming here. They're going to introduce themselves. We're going to start from Malcolm. Malcolm, fire up.
Well, I think I will get a sister a chance that she, I don't know if she had.
Get the chance. Go ahead.
Okay, they say ladies come first before gentlemen.
And
Well,
especially that ladies' night.
right. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Malcolm. As usual, I sometimes, spend a lot of time with the political side of the media, but I always love to give my contribution, in terms of the current program for the night. It's very educative and informative, so I love to contribute and also learn.
Thank you. Thank you, Malcolm. We will head to first we'd like to welcome Rachel Carter all the way from Bismarck, North Dakota. Welcome, girl. How's the snow over you? All your cold weather, I think you guys are pretty much transfer or push it to Des Moines, Iowa.
I think so too.
You guys are good enough to get mad because we in the sea area.
She said we in the same area. Yeah, so go ahead, fire up here, introduce yourself here, your city of residency, and yeah.
Oh, hi guys. My name is Rachel. They know me as Masa on Facebook. Um, I'm from Bismarck, North Dakota, where everybody afraid to come because they feel like it's cold. But we're not penguins.
Thank
I'm
you,
done.
Princess.
Hi everybody. Sorry I haven't been on the show recent. I mean, well, lately, but finally I made it. My name is Princess. I also go by Miracle. Based in Iowa, Des Moines. Um, yeah, so I'm here for us to talk, enjoy, and hear what other people got to say and learn from each other. That's what I'm here for.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Here we will also have more panelists coming on here. We're expecting our professor tonight, Moses from AZ. The ladies can usually give Moses a hard time, but he will be here. He's one of our professional panelists here, and he contributed a lot here. Even though the women ran him out last Wednesday, but he said he's coming back. And we are expecting more ladies to come here. The show is going to be interactive tonight. Tonight we have three topics, but we're going to dive into the first one here. The first one here is: do you think keeping your relationship private, secret, hiding it from the public prolongs it? If yes, why? If no, why not? We're going to start with Princess.
Why me? Huh. That's a great question. I think I fall on both ends of this question because I will go with keeping your relationship private depending on the kind of relationship you're in or like the type of person you're talking to because sometimes I feel like I will keep it private because if I was in a relationship once where was public lives and everybody uh thought highly of our relationship and I was doing everything to keep the relationship and it didn't go nowhere. And then I get into a new relationship. Um, I will be paranoid to tell anybody because I don't know where it's gonna go. or how long it's gonna last. So I'll try to keep it private for a minimum amount of time, not too long, private to the extent that people around me that's very close to me will know, but not the public right away. So in that case, yeah, I will keep it private first from the public, but not from my close friends and relatives.
Are you currently in a relationship?
Yes.
Is it public or private?
Um, I personally feel like it's private because I'm not going around telling people that I'm in a relationship. It's people who is actually seeing us together that getting to know, but it's not something I'm like announcing or telling people here and there because I'm in a relationship, but even my close family don't know. Only like few of my close friends know and my close family.
So now you have broke the news on current situation, ladies, and I thank you very much. And hopefully, right now it's private, but we will see. I know one of these days it will be public, and also it will be broken on current situation again when it become public. But anyway, thank you for your input. We'll get back with you with follow up question. We move to Miss Carter. Miss Carter, what say? Do you think keeping your relationship private, secret, hiding it from the public prolongs it?
No, I don't think so. But for me personally, when I'm in a relationship with somebody, it's definitely going to be public. And I feel like the more you make your relationship public, the more comfortable you guys can be. And also, there's no such thing of when you make it public, somebody gonna take your man or take your woman. If the person deserves to be taken, they will be taking his choice. But I feel like making a relationship public is good because everybody know who you're going around with, and unless somebody want to be so disrespectful, but people will also try to be respectful in a way that they will see you guys and they will know who your person is. And the day somebody with that person, they will tell you, "Oh, I thought I saw that boy on this person page, or they are in relationship." Somebody will come tell you. So somebody will know about your relationship in a sense that when something bad happening or something funny going on, they will come and reach out to you. And also, it also just tell the public like this is mine, I own this. So I don't know, but I feel like it's good when you have a relationship public, but that's me.
Are you currently in a relationship?
Yes, of
Is
course.
is it public or private?
Public.
Thank you, ladies. So I will turn it over to Malcolm. I don't know if Malcolm have a follow up questions for you guys. Malcolm, fired up. Oh,
All
oh,
right.
no, no,
Yeah.
Malcolm, hold on here. We have Eleanor on here. I didn't see Eleanor today because Eleanor always come on video here. Eleanor, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Oh, thank you, sis. Thank you, little sis. Thank you. We missed you and Princess, but I'm glad that you guys are back here and uh, give us your input on this here. Or do you think keeping your relationship private, secret, hiding it from the public prolongs it?
For me, I love to show off, especially with my partner who's not making me look like a fool out here. So, I mean, everybody have their own way of dealing with their relationships, and maybe other people would think hiding that relationship it makes it better. That way, people not into the relationship or have an opinion regarding the relationship. But for me, I would like to show my relationship up because I like for the public to know who I'm going out with, who I'm dating, and who I'm with. And second of all, I don't think it can prolong the relationship because I've seen people who hide that relationship and lasted 10 years plus and they're still together. And I've seen people who publicize that relationship and then within a month or two, it was all done with. So it just depends. I guess it depends.
I like that. It depends. It depends. Uh, is your relationship public or private?
You're worldwide, bro.
Malcolm, fire up. Malcolm, I'll let you put the ladies on the hot seat until Moses join us. Go ahead.
Okay, okay. So I'm gonna start another argument again tonight. But on, honestly, honestly, I think that It doesn't matter whether you publicize your relationship or not. When in terms of keeping that relationship or the growth or prolonging that relationship, it doesn't really matter. Looking at that perspective, the reason I say that is that it's always good to publicize your relationship, especially if you know the person that you're dating. You appreciate the person. It's just so much when it comes to publicizing your relationship. However, when it comes to issue, the conflicts in a relationship, I would say you don't want to publicize that because you might get different opinion from the public, and that's not going to help you, in terms of de-escalating the issue within your relationship at that time. So it depends again. If it has to do with issue, I would say no, don't do that. Keep it to yourself and try to work it out.
Hmm.
That's my stand.
That's pretty much very good input. So let me weigh in on that here, and let the ladies pretty much do follow ups here. So for me, I'm a popular person. Everybody know that. Like Ellie knows say her relationship is like a celebrity. That's how I look. Even though my wife is very private. I did, those who know my wife, I don't know. I didn't know my wife is very private. Am I correct? Hello. Well, anyway, I think maybe
I'm here. You calling
yeah.
me?
I said, you know me, I'm a public person, but my wife is a very private person. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So as for me, my relationship is public. I like to show my people are out there.
Right.
Yeah. I like to, if I'm in a relationship, if I'm not even married, when I was even dating, I like to show my friends or my girlfriend or fiance out there because why I'm not a secret person. You know why hide a relationship? Yeah, the only way you hide a relationship when you're cheating on your spouse, or maybe if you
Right.
if you and that person decide to just keep it private, maybe you are dating a married woman or married, or you are dating somebody girlfriend, or maybe screwing that person. You say, what, let's keep it private. And yeah, it isn't necessary to keep it that private because you don't want to ruin that person's relationship. If you guys are just screwing around, just friends for benefits, yes, then you keep it private. But if you're in a relationship, to keep it private, the question I'm going to ask myself, why am I keeping this private? And I want to expose that person, and I want to feel comfortable around that person. I want the world to know I'm in love with the person. Unless my intent is different, you know, everybody have a different intention. Unless my intent is different, although my wife is private, but still everybody know her. I try to get her out there. She don't like the camera. She don't like the paparazzi, but still, I post a lot of pictures. I don't hide nothing. Yeah, even when I was not married, I was dating. I just don't hide nothing. I'm a type of popular person. I live in the public eye. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Anybody want to follow up? Or anybody want to
Yeah,
add?
just to add on to that. I
Yeah.
mean, if you're going to walk in public with that person, there's no point of you hiding it,
Right.
right? If you're going to be seen in public, or you're going to be going to the store, go shopping. I mean, you are in the public space, so people are going to see you, even though it's not on Facebook. People think that only on Facebook, when we see on Facebook, I mean it's public. No, if you're on the street with an individual that you think that's your man or your girlfriend or your wife, you are making it public because just for the fact of walking in public, people are seeing you. So I think when it comes to issue like conflict, that needs to be kept in private. Discuss it with only people that you think are going to help. You know.
Hmm.
I have a
Uh,
question.
Just to add on,
Yeah.
some people have multiple relationships, so they tend to hide it, so the other partners don't know they are in a relationship. Like, to be honest, I have seen it multiple times in the Liberian community, and then some people hide their relationship because, I mean, they like that person. The person supports them financially, but the person is not the type they're supposed to be with. So they are ashamed of the person. So they decide to hide that person. Be like, oh, don't post me. I don't want our relationship to go public because I'm not a public person. But that same person, when they get into a relationship with somebody they actually love, they'll go ahead and start posting that person and on Facebook, on social media. So again, like I said, it depends the situation of the individuals.
Good point. Tama, you want to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to say, y'all saying that a person choose to keep a relationship private because they're hiding something. So what if that's not the case? So like, what if you just want to keep it private because you feel like it's not time yet to let your relationship be known by other people around you, or you want to see who that individual is first, like how they are. You want to observe them, like get to know them more and know about them, that surrounding everything first before you can make that public. But if that's the case, that's why some people choose to keep that relationship private. Me, that's my reason. I need to get to know them, see who they are. Yeah, we might be in public around some few close friends, but and people that are very very close to me will know. Okay, yeah, Diamond, this person's dating, but what if I don't want the public to know? I'm not dating nobody. I'm not talking to nobody on the side. That's not the case. And if that's not, and maybe that's not the case for my partner, but we're just trying to get to know each other better before we can publicize our relationship. What if that's the case?
So, Princess, how long will you try to keep that private? Like you said, you are in a stage of getting to know. All right. So,
Mm-hmm.
what's the longevity?
I
How
feel
long
like
will you give that?
I feel like 3 months is a good enough time to get to know somebody and to know that surrounding. I mean, not know exactly who they are, but it's enough time to know them a little bit more better.
Massa, any follow up?
Um, what
That's just
she said is true, but I wanted to touch base on when you make a relationship public, it's just like everybody have responsibility now to keep the relationship positive. So if you in a relationship and it's not like anybody need to do it, I'm just giving my opinion. Like if you put your relationship public, your partner knows that people are looking at you guys. You all know that this is real. This is a real thing. Now, anything you do, not only me gonna see it, the whole world gonna see it because they all know like you my person. So making a relationship private, and it have to be strong, as the other girl was saying, it have to be strong. You gotta know what you're doing, because if it go public, it is everywhere. So you got to know that this is it. This is it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to take responsibility. I'm ready to nurture this relationship. Because when you're public, everybody gonna be looking at you. So now you have responsibility. But sometimes when the relationship private, people feel like, oh, I can do what I want. Nobody really gonna cares because nobody know I'm messing around with her.
it just
So
depends on the person, I guess. I feel like it depends on the person that you're talking to. Feel that way.
Thank you. Let's welcome Steve. Steve, welcome.
I'm muted here. Thank you. Thanks for having me. As promised, I said I would come today. I'd like to greet the rest of the panel here. Good afternoon, good evening to all of you. Thank you for having me.
Welcome. So, Steve, yeah, looking at this discussion topic here, what are some of the significant, or what is the advantage? Or let's start first with the private. What is the advantage and the disadvantage of keeping a relationship private?
Well, the first thing I like to say is I like to revert to especially, I think this conversation, especially in terms of relationship, is more, it has to do more with romantic relationships. So I don't want to broaden it, right? Are we
Yeah,
talking about romantic?
romantic. Yeah, romantic.
Okay, okay. So I want to make sure I'm clear on that.
Yes.
Well, I think, first of all, the issue of relationship has to do with two people, especially when it comes to romantic. It has to do with two people. And so also these two people can choose how they want their relationships or their relationship to run. Whether they decide to do it private, as some people would claim, or they decide to do it public. However, here is the thing. I believe from a personal standpoint that since the relationship is between two people, especially with the age of social media, especially with the age of hate, jealousy, and hypocrisy, I believe people should maintain their relationship as their relationship. In other words, people should keep their relationship out of the public as much as possible. I will say it again. Keep your relationship out of the public as much as possible because it could be detrimental. It could be also, you could also be undermining yourself without even realizing it when you are doing too much of a public. Now, that does not necessarily mean anyone is cheating or someone want to cheat or they're doing something wrong. But you see, even we as Christians, most of the time when you ask Christians and say, who was Jesus' favorite disciple? The first thing they will say is Peter, James, and John. That's what it will say. But the truth of the matter is that's not the truth. That's not the truth. When you read the Bible says, wheresoever your treasure is, that's where your heart is. So if you read it, look at the person who should have promoted Jesus was Judas Iscariot. Jesus talked about Judas Iscariot, but he never exposed the name of Judas Iscariot in public. He never called his name. He said to all of them, he said, one of you will betray me one day. They asked him, who would that be? Who would that be? Everybody checking, they want to know what's up. Jesus didn't tell them. So I'm saying in this public manner, my recommendation is keep your relationship private. The less people know about you, the less they can say, the less they can do. Everything that people know about us, that thing that we told them or we told somebody else, directly or indirectly. And that's part of the reasons I've always said to myself, I don't talk about me publicly. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just saying my recommendation is if you can keep your relationship as private as possible, it saves you a lot.
Okay, but a quick follow-up here before I have the ladies come in here. Suppose you have a couple, one is private and one is public, and the guy want to, publicize the relationship. The female said, "No, honey, let's just keep it on the low." And don't you think that will create conflict, and maybe that might even lead to separation? How can they compromise?
Yeah.
Well, I think it boils down to communication here in this whole affair. First of all, let's be very honest. How does publicizing the relationship benefit both of you?
Well, I mean, he wants to show off.
No, I'm just saying, very good. He wants to do that, right? And the lady is saying to him, let's keep it down yet, either because of her experiences in the past, right? Or maybe she has not gotten to that point yet. I think it will be respectable and honorable that they have a compromise wherein they keep it. Because at the end of the day, let me tell you something today, CEO. Whether you like it or not, the most important people who should be content in the relationship are two of you. To be very honest, let me tell you something. The public view about your relationship and your startup does not matter if you're not happy. So if you go ahead trying to impress them, if you go ahead trying to ensure that you are getting them into your business, then that means you have to be explaining all through the relationship. You got to explain yourself. So when you expose yourself to the public, then also be ready to make sure that you are keeping the public abreast, informed, and also updated on your relationship. And that's where most people are struggling now. Because you carrying that guy or that woman or in public. Something happened between you now. They can see you in public, what ain't going on. Ain't got to kind of explain.
Right.
All right, so I'll leave it there.
I want to say something. You asked a question saying that publicizing the relationship, what are the benefits?
Yes.
The number one benefit is making sure you're not dating somebody's husband or dating somebody's wife or somebody's boyfriend. Because some men will tell you they are single, and when you find out they have been in a 6-year relationship, and then you start to look like a fool out here. So imagine me with a man for a whole year saying we are private, and the moment somebody see us together, I become man rule. You see, so there's a lot of benefit in publicizing your relationship. I'm not saying you should post every day and be like, "Oh, my man, my man." No, but at least let people know that you're dating this man. That way, you don't become the victim, or let the public know you're dating this woman. That way, you don't become the victim because people tend to have so many secrets these days. And trust me, finding out it hurts.
Can I
So
elaborate on that, please?
After being in there for so long as a private person, only to find out that you're a side chick and stuff, all this side nigger, that just don't sit right.
Mm.
That's, yeah.
thank you. So we will give Princess 3 minutes, then we welcome Miss I Love You and Lace Crew Queen. Princess,
Three,
fire up.
3 minutes that long. Well, I just want to elaborate on what she just said. Like,
Yes.
she said that what if you're keeping it private and then a year later you find out the person is married? So how you in a relationship with that person that long and don't know that they're married or in another relationship, because female tend to be very intelligent when it comes to stuff like that, I would say. Because you can't be around a person for the most part, if, let's just say, even you're not living together, but you're always around each other. And if this person have another spouse or another relationship somewhere, I'm pretty sure one way or the other you will find out. As much as you're gonna try to hide it, you're gonna find out before 6 months or 1 year if you're a very intelligent person. And I know female tend to do a lot of secret investigation work. I know I'm one of them, and I know a lot of females do that too. So um publicizing your relationship doesn't always mean you're gonna find to if the man is cheating or if the woman is cheating, because you sometimes if you publicizing your relationship, you're just inviting more enemies in to come uh ruin it for you. Because sometimes you feel like you're publicizing the relationship so everybody can know, oh yeah, this is my man or this is my woman. People who don't like you will be like, oh, she got a man now, or he got a woman now. Okay, I got him or I got her. They'll be finding ways and means how to get to your man or to your woman. I'm not saying publicizing your relationship is wrong, but I mean it's not always a reason to keep a relationship or to find out what the other person is doing or not. Because if you're in a relationship with a person for 6 months or to a year, you should know and believe and trust them for who they are, and you should know them for that long period of time that you've been with them. So yeah, even if you publicize your relationship, if a man want to cheat secretly, he will still cheat secretly regardless. Or if you make your relationship private, if the person want to cheat, they will still cheat regardless. So it don't even matter, like the brother first said, it just depends on both parties on how they want to carry that relationship. Like what I said with me and my partner, that we're decide to keep it private for now until publicizing it later to the public, which doesn't make any difference to me. Even if we want to keep it private for a year, I'd rather do that because I have publicized my relationship before. And me doing that was just telling the public, oh, here he is, y'all can have him. Because the more you publicize your relationship on social media, and most of the time, people don't even, what they're publicizing is not even what it is. They can be showing good picture, having fun, doing the best, but then behind closed door, they're fighting, being abused, being used, like so many things going on behind closed door. But then they just come on Facebook and be posting fake picture, fake life, and all these things. And so that's what me, I don't really support public life in relationship now. I've learned so much from my past. That's why I don't support it. I rather my relationship not private, but like somewhat between me and my man that I decide to get in this together. So that's
That,
how my
that's a
point.
strong
I
point.
just want to say one thing. Sorry, Finton.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like I said, for me, probably lasting my relationship is making sure I'm not breaking up somebody's home, or I'm not this side chick. That's, I mean, if a man wants to cheat, he will cheat. Even if he put him over the Mount Everest, he will still cheat. But like I said, me being public with a relationship is just to make sure I'm not dating somebody's husband, or I'm not breaking up somebody's home. That's the main reason I like to make sure the person I'm dating, he's not for somebody else.
So so
So
so
that's
so,
what I'm saying
so,
now.
CEO.
Sis. So if you're dating a man and you're always in communication, you're always doing the thing that normal couple do, and uh you guys are always around each other, what will make you think that, oh, if this man is married, don't you think that you will know that he's married or he's in a relationship? Because you will try to keep that both life, and they don't normally last for too long. It might last for a month or two, but it's not gonna go too far.
Let me
Because
give you an example from me, because there's certain thing people don't know. When I left my marriage, I was talking to somebody. And let me tell you, that person was married. But guess what? They had their own apartment. Their own apartment. Yes, they did. So that's what I'm saying. But the good thing it didn't go far was only talking. So if
So
I not my friend hadn't posted the individual picture, and somebody when one person another girl commented, she was like, "Oh, that's my friend husband," and I'm telling you, I'm talking to the person for more than 3 months,
Oh, wow.
and then I found out I had to cut it off.
Hmm.
That's what I'm saying. For me, it's not about the person cheating on me or not. No, it's about making sure I'm not a homewrecker. That's all. Men tend to hide things very well, and I'm telling you, it's a real life experience that I went through. I was talking to this individual. They had their own place, but they were legally married. You see?
So are they legally married and together or legally married and separate?
Yes. Oh, are you yelling at the why else? Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yep, yes.
Men are, let me tell you, if a man wants you, they will do everything to cover up to make sure they have you. And it's up to you to find out. So posting, making relationship public doesn't mean the person you want to see if they're cheating or not. Now you just want to make sure you are safe. The person are who they say they are. Like if you trust whoever you with, that's fine. Because at one point I did trust that individual, but when I found out he was married, I was so mad. I had to cut them off, totally block them everywhere because that's not who I am. I know what it is to build a marriage. I know what it is to build a relationship. And somebody come out of nowhere and just break it up, even if they doesn't know, it still hurts. So for me, that's my opinion. I rather publicize my relationship to make sure I'm not being a homewrecker, other than saying, "Oh, I'm gonna wait for the next 6 months or 7 months," and I come out just to find out I was wasting my time.
Wow,
So,
good verbal exchange. Steve, I know you want to come in here, but we'll give you 3 minutes, then we'll welcome Mr. I Love You, then we'll welcome Liz.
no, I just want to say something real quick.
Okay.
3 minutes will be too much. I agree with both sisters, the points they're making. I 100% agree. My only thing I will say here is this: um, nothing in life is guaranteed. You don't have to do wrong to people for them to do wrong to you. You don't have to hurt people for them to hurt you. And one of the things I've learned over the years, some of the older folks would say, you can't find a man from intrigue, you can't find a woman from intrigue. You can't. You have to take it from someone, or someone will take it from you. Whether you like it or not, the life that we live, right? Bottom line here is this: if you make the relationship private and that person is married or they're with somebody else, or they got a relationship somewhere else or whatever it is, if you find out and you living in private again, hey, you got about own. What? No, wala. You live in private because you're already in private. But when you're in public and you live in that place, now you gotta explain yourself and you explain time. But thank you.
Okay. Well, I'd like to welcome Mr. I Love You. Mr. I Love You, take it from there.
Yes. So first and foremost, I've been following the discussion here tonight. Publicizing your relationship. Now, I would like to pick it up from the angle of what type of relationship is it, based on the dynamics.
We are talking about romantic relationship, intimacy.
No, listen now, listen. We're speaking about romantic relationship. Romantic relationship come in diversities. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could decide that I'm a married man. I can meet another girl and make her to understand that I'm legally married, but equally so, I find her sexually attractive. And I want you and I to engage in a relationship, that will be of sexual benefit. Equally so, in such an atmosphere, that relationship will be very secure behind closed doors. You understand what I'm saying? I could also meet a sister who may have or be going through a lot and decide that she feel like for some reason she's in her 30 and her man is in his late 50s, so he's not performing well sexually. So occasionally she will need me to be of an assistant to her. In those type of relationship, it will have to be secure. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing can be brought to public in that those arenas. Now, but let's come to the reality of it. A genuine relationship where both people are in love. The first thing about publicizing relationship, the moment you know you have interest in someone and someone have interest in you, I don't think there should be any thought of we should keep this private or not. The moment that thought sinks in, there's a possibility that one party is up to something else. Because the fact that you've taken your time to invest into knowing that person, you start to take them out on dates and other things, you are doing some public appearance. You get what I'm saying? And as time go by, from the beginning, you go to a restaurant, another time you go pick them up from work. Another time you tell them, "Oh, I'm going out of state, to help a friend with their wedding." Another point they say, "I'm free. Can we go together?" You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Even if you are not publicizing your relationship on Facebook, you and that person are engaged in public appearance. So equally so, it is still underneath the spotlight. You get what I'm saying? You could go somewhere where you least expect to see Liberians or to see Africans, and you could run into a lot of them. What do you make of that? It is not about social media. So the whole ideology of, publicizing relationship and other things, I feel like if the relationship is genuine, that thought shouldn't even kick in at all. But now I would bear the default to say this. If you're dating a man like Moses, or you're dating a man like JD, they are public figure. There are people who are in the social media and well known out there. Some women occasionally take pride in being with men of those status in the society. So they feel like they want other women to be aware of the privilege that they are enjoying. You get what I'm saying? JD is my man. I'm going to take picture with JD, me kissing JD and post it on Facebook.
Or
So
Genie to
people,
the current situation.
yeah, so other people can know that this is who I'm with. Now, as a partner coming in such a relationship, you need to understand the type of person you're dealing with. You cannot date a public figure and think you're not going to put your relationship in the spotlight. It's different if you meet your partner and they are secure, they are living a private life, and later on they decide to switch and go into the public. But you cannot go and meet someone who is already in the spotlight and think that what you're doing with them will be kept away. No. Now, when it comes to social media exposure, or exposure of relationship on social media, there are women who or partners in relationship who put their relationship on social media, but they don't do it as a way of publicizing their relationship. In a sense where occasionally you go on some people Facebook, you go on their Facebook feed, you will see one picture of them and their wife or their girlfriend. You will go, it will take a while, you see another picture. Now you have those people who on certain days they genuinely want to appreciate their partner. They might post it. And then you have the ones who go above and beyond. You get what I'm saying? Those are the ones who become reckless with it. Those are the ones who become reckless with it. You get what I'm saying? It make no sense. It make no sense for your man to surprise you on your birthday, or for you to surprise your man on your birthday, aka romantic date in a hotel with a top filled with bubbles and everything. You are partially naked, the man is partially naked. What is the point of posting that? The main reason for doing that is to appreciate your partner. It don't demand social media attention.
Thank you.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have people who do this social media exposure and do it recklessly, and you have other people who, you know, put their relationship on social media, but not because they want to publicize it, but it's just a way of them letting other people know that they are married. Some people do it sometimes to let other people know, for other women to stay away from them. For example, some men will use their married photo as their profile picture. Other men will use their women picture as their profile picture. It's just a way to send those signal out. So there are two things, when it comes to publicizing your relationship.
Thank you, Miss. I love you. I like how you differentiate those different ways of if you want to keep it private or public. I like that. I like your presentation. You broke things down. You're kind of a little bit. You're balanced. You're fair and balanced. And I really enjoyed that. That's very informative here. Thank you, my man. So let's move on to Crew Queen. Crew Queen, what's up?
Nothing much. What's up?
Fine. Are you staying warm?
Yes.
Okay, so Crew Queen here. Do you think keeping your relationship private, secret, hiding it from the public prolongs it?
Um. To be honest, it just depends on both of y'all. Uh, I will use myself as an example.
Okay,
I've been in my relationship for 10 years now.
is it private or public?
I say I will use myself as an example.
Okay.
I've been in my relationship for 10 years now.
Mhm.
I really don't post like when you see me on social media, you will feel that I'm single, but I'm not single. That's just me. You understand? And I do post my man when I want to post him, but I don't post him if you like, oh, we're going on a vacation, we're out to eat. Maybe I will post my man when the kids and I and him together. Then I will post every one of us. Like, but the way people can be posting men privately, oh my man, I gave you the diamond ring. My man bought me this. My man did this for me. Like, he's my man. Everybody know he's my man. I don't have to boast about him. People that see us know he's my man. So what is the SME popularizing our relationship? No matter what I do with a relationship, when I popularize it, when I make it private, when he want to go out there, he's gonna go out there, no matter what is the circumstances. So, for me, I feel like it doesn't matter because both way. If you are right now, a lot of people know my man wants cheat, he will stay cheat. It doesn't matter. So I really don't care what I'm popularizing or making your relationship private. Well, anything that work for anybody, but for me, my relationship is private. I post what I want for people to know on social media, and my own private relationship is private. When you're not closer to me, you will never know nothing about me and my relationship. So that's it.
Thank you. Follow up here. What are some of the disadvantages of a public relationship?
I remember 3 years, I was say 3 years or 4 years ago when I had Lazy Keep It Real talk show. When I had Lazy Keep It Real talk show, because my relationship, I was on social, like I was in the public eyes. So a lot of people, like by the time my man say hi, they ready to open. So like my man, like people, I was like, okay, you know
Your
what?
man at
Let
the
me
time,
listen.
or he's still your man.
He said my man.
Oh, sorry, sorry. I thought. Okay, go ahead.
No, no, he said my man.
Okay.
Like people wanted my man. But when they hear said a lazy man, they be like, okay, I don't want to go that road. I don't want to like go and argue with lazy. I don't want for lazy to come for me. People see me to be something, I will attack them. But one thing about me, I will never and ever go in my friend woman inbox and go check you for a man business, or I will not call you for all the mail for a man business. It's never gonna happen because end of the day, when a man know my value, he know my value. So I I really don't care about relationship on Facebook or off Facebook. No matter what gonna happen, it's gonna happen. So yeah.
Wow. Good discussion tonight here. We're gonna put the number. Some people prefer calling in here. We got 10 more minutes here to conclude the first topic. We got three topics tonight to cover here. Those that just joining, I would like to say thank you very much. We are live streaming here on the current situation media page, not the Vinton Hooks page. We are also live streaming on Instagram and YouTube. So folks that are on Instagram and YouTube, they are enjoying the show right now, and very very good input here. You know, you guys are stating the advantage, the disadvantage. You guys have been very objective. You guys have been very balanced here. So as we are wait here from
Let me, Jody. Let me come in quick with it. She raised point about the disadvantage, and again, back to that longevity of posting on social media. The truth of the matter here is, if you post on social media, it's if both partners don't have their mind in the rightful place, they won't have that ability to stay focused, especially if one party is more of a public figure than the other. You get what I'm saying? And it serves one of the disadvantage of it is, I want to say this to the women. A lot of y'all would disagree with me on this, but it's the sad reality. Your exes that women are they're in a habit of, every time they end a relationship, they'll go through the entire Facebook and delete all the person picture. At the end of the day, it don't take that man out of your life. You go up, you come down. He's part of, he's been in your life. He played a role in your life. And excuse me to say, he not kill your dog with all plastic bag before. That man got your DNA. So, the whole thing of, so for me personally, sometimes I don't really believe in, for example, if I was to post one or two, some other picture that I'm with, after things we go our separate way, sometimes I leave some of those pictures on there. And the new person that come, I tell you, you got to deal with it. You like it or not, this person been part of my life. Because those are some of the clues that give men ideas of trying to prey on women. Because so now when you watch a woman Facebook feed, the moment you see women start stepping on Facebook, men are dogs, like bring men useless, like bring men instantly, boom, she's in a single status. You get what I'm saying? All the pictures you are having of, so the disadvantage of that is people monitor your social media feed, and sometimes they're able to draw a conclusion of what's unfolding within your relationship life.
So can I say something to that?
Mr. I love you. Can I come in on
Yeah.
that?
Ah,
You said when women come on Facebook and say men are dogs. As I said when I was using my statement, at AJ here, I've been in my relationship for 10
no,
years.
I'm referring to
But
you. I just
no,
saying in
no, no, no,
general.
no. I just want to give example. I just want to give example. I'm not saying you were referring to me. Me, sometimes I come on Facebook, I say I'm single. Most of the time when you follow my Facebook page, sometimes I will say, oh, my boyfriend just dumped me. Oh, sometimes I just I say men are dogs. Because like I get people confused on Facebook. People be like, Leslie, are you single? Are you in a relationship? Sometimes some people inbox my man and send my post to my man like, where is your woman posting? Sometimes I recall my man and be like, I'm promoting my nigga. Anybody that want eat something, they can eat it. So it's not because I post on Facebook and say, oh, all men are dogs, me, like, I'm not in my relationship, I'm in my relationship. Sometimes you have to have people be confused because people believe everything you put on Facebook. So when they're coming for you, they use your Facebook post, they use your picture, all the stuff there. That's what people use because people really don't know anybody that on Facebook are really in confusion on Facebook in the Liberia industry. They really don't know their friend personally, but what they see on Facebook, that's what they use against them. What you post on Facebook.
Yeah, but Crew Queen, I feel like if you have followers on Facebook that are drawing conclusion based off of what you're posting concerning your relationship, now if you start to feed into that and you keep doing it, at the end of the day, I feel like at some point you it gets weary. I mean, because I don't see the positivity in it because it's one thing. Watch this. It's one thing if you post I'm single, right? And people come and say other things and you decide not to respond to what it's saying again. You just stop right there. That's one thing. But when you post that I'm single and people say this and that, and then you pick up from that point and then you post another
Yeah.
thing again, then it sounds like you're feeding into that type of,
No,
that type of
I
energy. You
don't
get
do
what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah, I don't do that. When I post, I post. I don't care who's gonna take my side and write something about it. What I just post it. What are you gonna come and comment? Oh, like, oh, lazy, you single or lazy this. Like, I just read comments. Like, I will not respond. Either I hit like or unlike. But I will not respond to what you're saying because Facebook said what on your mind. That's what I just read on Facebook. That doesn't mean because what on my mind, that's what I'm writing. Like, oh, what on lazy mind me, like, or boyfriend or her breakup. No. It's just something I just for people to just have fun on Facebook. Facebook, people tell Facebook to be serious, but sometimes you post something for people to just have fun, like be like, oh, sometimes Facebook is all about fun, but we take it to be like something really personal.
Thank you. I think Prince, I want to say something. Then from there we go to Masa. Then we go back to Malcolm here. We wrap up this first topic here because right now is almost 10 p.m. We want to engage the second topic. We got three topics tonight. So Princess, you wanted to say something to Miss I love you.
Yeah, Mr. Olivia said something that was a little concerning when he said that he think is absurd that people delete their ex picture of their social media. Um, and he said that if he get in a new relationship, whoever is the new person have to deal with it. Like, why does she have to deal with seeing your ex on your social media? That's one thing. And then another, everybody has their own reason of deleting the ex picture. For example, for me, um, I have dated two men for a long period of time, my whole life, which is my girl's father and my son's father. So my girl's father, we dated for like 10 years. But when we broke up, we didn't broke up on like a bad term. We just feel like it wasn't working out anymore. So we both went our separate way. So I did remove majority of the picture, maybe one or two, still on my Facebook that I forgot to delete or that has me and our kids together in the picture. But with my son dad, I deleted all his picture because
Why?
I
Why?
all his picture because I feel like he brings bad memories to me. So someone who bring bad memories to me. I don't want to constantly see them on my social media or when I go on my posts. I don't want to see them. I don't want to have any trace of them, nothing. Yeah, we have a child together. We have that communication. There's no bad feelings there, but you don't have to be on my social media. You don't have to be anywhere else where I don't want you to be at. So that's my decision of putting him down or getting him off my page. Yes, we've been there, done that. We have a child. Of course, everybody know that, but that's my preference of me not having him on my social media or anywhere where I can see him. That's just my preference because I feel like it triggers bad memories. And that's what most people probably delete ex's picture. That's why they're an ex. There's a reason. Because if you love that person and still wanted to be with that person, y'all was still gonna be together. And y'all was that's why they're considered ex. They're considered ex for a reason because y'all came to a common ground that y'all can no longer be together. You don't want them, they don't want you, or maybe you don't want them and they want you. Whatever the case is, somebody don't want somebody, and
No, Princess, what you saying makes sense, right? But true of the matter here is, say for example, if you have 20 pictures of your son dad on your Facebook page, right? After your breakup, you can decide and go back and decide. Say for example, you decide you want to delete 18 of them, you keep the other two. What my philosophy here is, it don't change the fact that this person been part of your life, and to some extent, like today or tomorrow, God forbid, but even on judgment day, when God judging your case, this person name will come in. Oh,
that's
you get what I'm saying? So
uh,
Mister, I love
right?
you. It's
and
Listen,
good
I'm coming.
Google.
Oh,
that's
We
I'm only
all we
saying,
all have
I'm
Google.
only
We all
saying,
have Gmail.
no, but I'm only saying, right? If you would delete your ex picture, there's nothing wrong. But at least to let other people know, at least if that wants to leave it there,
I don't
it
want
don't
nobody
Mister,
change
to know
no,
nothing.
they
no
don't
way,
have to
Mister. I
know
love
like
you.
that.
No way.
I don't want any
We
trace of
have Google. We
none.
have Google
So
for
right now, if
the
your
kids
son,
are gonna say,
if your son getting married right now, and he said, "Mommy, come to my wedding," and he want you to stand as his mommy, and he want his daddy to stand
I
as
will
his.
be that probably. He's not my enemy.
And
I
guess
don't
what? And guess what? And guess what? There'll be a cameraman there called Karen Situation.
for
He
my
will
son.
take picture that day.
For
He will
my
take
son.
picture with the two of your with
That's
your
my
son.
son, but not for me. Not for me. That's for my son. That's a memory that my son needs
So
to
then when your
have.
son put that one on your Facebook now,
That's for my son. That's his Facebook. He's entitled to do whatever he want to do on his Facebook. That, like I said, that's my Facebook. So I'm entitled to have what I want to have on my Facebook, and I choose not to have my ex on my Facebook. That's just my
Mister,
Yeah,
I love
that's a,
you.
that's a
Mister,
personal
I love you.
preference.
You really you
I love you.
right.
Mister, I love you. You really
yeah.
love for women to attack you on this video,
Let's
eh?
let's bring in Masa. Masa, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay, so Masa,
Wow, Master for Sunny Claire, oh, but I know you.
Masa been
Even.
attentively listening. So we're gonna give Masa 3 to 5 minutes to wrap up on the first topic. We're gonna go to Malcolm, then we're gonna go to Otavia that are just joining us. Masa, go ahead.
Taking my word.
So I'm one of those people that literally create contents when it comes to my relationship.
Right.
So on TikTok, I have it there, and my reason was, um, I wanted women, Liberian women, to believe in that Liberian men are romantic, they are nice. So since I met my husband to be, he been consistent. He been doing stuff that a typical Liberian man would not do. Like for example, I going to school, he would give me money and say do it for recess, and I'm not used to it because I've been here for a long time. So it's just bring memories. Like he would be like, "Oh, this is your allowance," and I'll be like, "What is allowance?" Because we used to take out a mint credit card to use that credit card to do stuff. But he would count money like 200 and say, "Do it to buy things, the underwears or decoration for the apartment." It's not a typical thing Liberians men does, but it just things to showcase out there that there are better men out there. You just gotta look, and maybe God will bless you with one. But then the disadvantage sometimes that I face is sometimes if I don't have time to edit, like put those videos together, people think we're not together. Like even now I'm getting married because it's been so long since I posted.
You
People
been
still
busy with the
thinking
wedding.
like, yeah,
The whole relationship
September.
shaking right now. Fire in the hole.
Yeah, people be thinking like, oh my God, like, oh, maybe they're not in relationship, that's why they're not posting. But again, there are people that get motivated to those videos. They see it and they say, one day I will find my man or this and that. Not all of them. So one of the disadvantage is the day you're not posting, people are gonna think something happening, but it's not something happening. So that's one of the disadvantage. And the advantage is some people get motivated to that. They wake up in the morning and see people just being loved. Like people, somebody like giving somebody surprise or stuff. It just make them believe and hope that they will find somebody of their own.
Thank you.
Yeah, because for example, I took my woman Ghana on a vacation, and since I did that, I noticed I was able to motivate other couples, and they decided to take their spouse Ghana on vacation. And I just didn't take her Ghana and carry her Budurankiam. No, I took her around. I took her Cape Coast, other places in Accra. We went to see some historic areas and took some memorable pictures. And I mean, it blew people's mind. And people say they never believe that Mr. Lovey can be romantic. I told them, I said, the one that I said no to me because my beast stomach, let them be with that 6 per minute. Who can do it anyway, Jelly? That's why.
Mister, I love you.
Very inspiring story there, Miss. I love you. That's a motivating factor. Well, let's we will be closing out in 10 minutes here, but we got a few people here to wait in here. So, Malcolm, any concluding statement on the first topic?
Yeah. So I've been following, and everyone make a great point. Like I said earlier on, it is okay. I think it's a good thing to identify with your partner in the public. And, however, I still remain, consistent on my saying towards currently when there are issues in a relationship. I don't think that to be discussed. I mean, there are a lot of people who will bring their relationship problem, in the public space, and for that, it's not advisable. But I would encourage anyone, except you're not sure of that person. You know what I mean? Then you have some doubt about the relationship, then you don't want to push forward making it public. But if you're sure and that person is your wife or your husband, I mean, there's nothing wrong. People might hate. They will always hate. But should I stop you from living your life or for even appreciating your significant others? I don't think so.
Thank you. So let's welcome here the young millionaire here. He's from Liberia. He's an investor as well. He's a professor on Facebook here, and also he's a contributor of current situation here, Mr. Otavio Gilman. Are you with us?
Yeah, brother, how you doing?
All right. Thank you very much for taking time off your very busy schedule to come here and opine.
Well, I don't know what they want to give call. Yeah, look, this topic is interesting, but it's in that I'm waiting for Margot to speak, but Margot said dodge this particular topic. Look, let me
But
say it. Let me say
yes,
let me say it to my sister then, my two sisters, because only two I can see, and the one that are listening.
But can you come? Can you come on video, please?
I mean, you ask Margot to come on video.
I was on video. What am I talking about? You just come in, brother.
Let me finish. Hold on, okay, a minute. So let me say it to my sister then. If you dating, find many
My brother, not because our host, the Liberian, you won't comply with him. If you are some kind of American man, he asks you to come on video, you will come. Why we gotta be that? Just
man,
comply with the host. The host asking you to come on video.
I can't come on video right now. That yeah. So, but let me say this before I'm about to leave. Let me say this. Let me say it to my sister then. If you're dating people like AJ then, Marco then, they famous men then, Mose then, you post their picture. I beg you, and every day you post it because it will help you to protect your relationship. Then, if you don't do it, Marco already happy that you're not posting his picture. He already told Hele Sache, AJ to his Sache that problem in the home, lie to her, and now you helping her to not post. You just made a man case easy. So my advice to y'all, and not people like all that ugly, ain't nobody want or yeah, some all we marry, but it just people like this. So you don't fall for that last. Say, oh, you know what? I don't want my relationship in the public, this and that. No, man, in 2023, post the picture, and when you're kissing, post the picture and let everybody see it because you know what? The telling they're getting that they get problem in a relationship, they loving the well woman, they lying. So I'm telling y'all, please, it's not anything to say, no, I don't want my relationship to be
So,
in
but why
public.
you using AJ as an example, brother?
Yeah. Man
Uh,
of AJ, man of
yeah,
AJ,
I was just
man of AJ that fine man.
question.
Yeah.
Why
So
gotta be that AJ, bro? I'm a
uh-huh.
married man. What are you talking about? You know that I'm a married man.
I'm married too.
Okay.
All
So
the men, all the men on the show here married except Mr. I love you.
I love you. Just one on vacation. So
AJ is easy for people to use example on him. So let we just continue to see example on AJ.
thank you. Yeah. So I end up yeah. Before I leave, yeah, please post your man and picture. Nothing wrong with it, man. Don't say you want hide them because you say you want hide them. You helping the cases that they're making out there. Don't hide nothing. Yeah. Don't.
I got I
Thank.
got one more question before you leave, Octavia. I know you're very busy, but this
Yeah.
is from a business point of view here. As an investor here, what are some of the advantages here? What will a businessman do here if he's in a relationship and he dating a woman that is not private, but because he's a businessman and he's out there, he's in the public eye, he's doing a lot of investment. What is the advantage dating a businessman who is a popular guy?
The advantage as a businessman, marriage is an investment, depending on who you choose. Marriage. Let me repeat. Marriage is an investment depending on who you choose. One, you can gain a lot from marriage. It got a lot of benefit on taxes, on loan, on so many different things. It's just like we're not using it in our community. We just feel that. And the women tend to benefit a lot. How many Liberian women know that if you stay with a man for 10 years, and you leave you, he leave you, that man will continue to take care of you legally? That's by law. How many of them know? And a lot of women been with a crackhead, and for 10 years, 12 years, and they walk away, they break up, and they ain't getting no benefit. But legally, how long you been with this crackhead? For 10 years.
Beginning,
10,
they're putting mileage on it, brother. Go ahead.
10 years. It's a benefit. While he leave you, or you leave you, he will take care of you until he die. And he go marry again. I mean, so I can go on, but I don't want to take the show from a particular important topic. But there's so many benefits in marriage. But I mean, like people like me, and like you benefit in like loans. You benefit on taxes. You benefit, I mean, it's just too many. But that's a whole different show. That's a whole different show. But I just telling my sister then that look, don't be afraid. Don't say Facebook say I want people in my business because what? We will lie. We will lie, say we get problem in the home. We will lie, say this and that. That's why people are all are ugly. And we don't cheat. We don't
No,
cheat.
but AJ, let me come in quick. You asked the man question about the advantage of dating a businessman and you a woman, you're private. One of the advantages it come with sometimes, even if the man is not a businessman, he's a public figure, there is certain level of respect that the community give to you, that woman. Not
Yes.
because of who you are as the woman. It's because of the man you find yourself with. You get what I'm saying? So it comes along with a lot of privilege. That
Yeah,
woman
yeah,
can
yeah,
go places.
yeah,
That woman,
yeah,
that
yeah,
woman can
let
go
me say this,
places.
brother. Yeah, yeah, and the brother, what? Right. And the women intend the women benefit a lot. One is this. Okay, let me use my own wife for example. Katie Moba. She never worked for. I've been with her for 15. She never worked for 12. And people look at her different. And that her peers look at her be like, "Are you kidding me?" And so they benefit a lot. And then I mean, it's just so many things that come with it, getting, but the pain also. Understand that you on the road 24/7. The attention, and so look, money is not a good thing, man. Money is not a good thing. Let me be
I
honest.
want to I want to ask question.
Sure.
You said when you been with a man or woman, when a woman been with a man for 10 years,
Yeah,
you mean married or just boyfriend and girlfriend? You have
marriage.
to make it specific.
You're
Okay.
married.
Uh,
Along you been there for 10 years. Yeah, that making Leo. Yeah, and check it out. Check it out. Yeah,
No,
in
no,
this
no.
country.
I'm just asking because you never make it specific because
Yeah,
the
yeah,
viewer will
married.
want to know whether
No,
married or like
yeah,
boyfriend and
boyfriend and girlfriend
girlfriend.
don't count. Boyfriend and girlfriend don't count. Yeah. Why don't you say,
Why we
oh, you
don't
know
count?
what?
Why we don't count?
It don't because they rather don't look at it. They find it. Why will you be with
I
a woman? Why
pay.
will you be with a woman for more than 2 years and not marry her? if you feel that you don't know her, you know, if for 6 months, eh, that the basic thing you're supposed to be asking for. But most people will go into a relationship, most
It takes
Liberian,
4 years to earn a bachelor's degree.
and
So
don't
I
even
mean,
ask, and don't even ask the basic question that you're supposed to ask on a date. What's your credit score? How many men will do that? They're afraid because I will not even ask about your credit score, and I know my own are good. But these are the basic things. These are the bare rock that will keep a relationship. Is money. But we don't touch that topic. Or we go eat lobster. And, look at her. She cute. Ask what your name, what you want to do, where you work. What you asking all that question for? Asking for a credit score. And the woman cannot manage her own credit. How can she manage your life?
we
All right.
better, we
So,
better.
Thank you,
so
guys. We're gonna move to the second topic, and I know some people left, but they will come back. But this second topic is very, 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 very critical here, and we want you guys to be very honest here. The second topic is very direct, it's straightforward. You know, if you but we're gonna post the question here. So the second topic might last for like maybe 30 minutes, or 35 minutes. Then we'll dive into the last topic here. So this is the second topic I just posted here. For those that just joining us here, thank you very much. If you want to contribute, let us know here. The phone number is 515-326-1905. If you want to come on here, let us know. We'll send you the link. If you want to comment, use the comment section to write, and we will read your comments. So this is the second topic here, and we're going to start with Lazy Queen here. So, Lazy Queen, have you dated a married man? And how things end up between you guys?
I never dated a married man before.
Okay.
Never.
Do you know who any of your friends? Do you know somebody that dated a married man? How you think things ended between them?
I never have no friend that dated a married man.
Okay, all right. Thank you. We'll come back to you. So we move to Princess. Princess, have you dated a married man, and how things ended up between you guys?
No comment.
Princess, you hear me?
Sorry, my mic was on mute. I
Yeah.
didn't.
Go ahead.
Katie,
I
you're not
said,
wearing clothes.
I said, have I dated a married
Yeah,
man?
awesome.
Yes.
Uh,
Be honest to us.
I'm currently talking to a married man who's going through divorce, so I don't know if that count.
All right. At least you honor. You currently talking to a married man who going through divorce. All
Yeah.
right. So are you pretty much helping him to get back? You know, to not carry on the divorce, or you think things is just going to end that way, and you pretty much be able to replace.
Well, can you repeat the question? Am
Okay.
I helping him to go through his
Yeah.
that
Are
way?
you? Let me pass it over to Mr. I love you, Mr. I love you. Pretty much rephrase.
I want you to ask me again.
And then answer the question.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I asked you a question. Have you dated a married man? You said maybe not in the past, but you currently dating a married man who going through divorce. Am I correct?
Yes.
So my follow-up question is, are you helping him to console him to not carry on a divorce? Or you just there to pretty much console him that okay, when the divorce finalized, you pretty much replace that person.
Well, he was already that's something his mind was already made up to do. So I'm not consoling him in any way, and I'm not there to say, oh, when it go through, I'm replacing the person because I don't see it that way. I'm just seeing myself dating a guy that I like and see where it will go.
Okay.
I'm not thinking any further beyond that.
Thank you. So we'll come back to you. Masa, are you there with us? Masa? Miss Carter, are you there with us? All right. So Masa might be busy. Let's move to the men side. Let's start with Malcolm. Malcolm, have you dated a married woman before?
uh, uh, before I answer that question,
Just
my
say
brother,
how many
I,
married women you did.
wait, let me talk about. Wait, let me ask a question on AJ. I'm very interested in the other topic today. Uh, so I know you've been asking the women if they are dating a married man because all I bring together when they dating go up ahead. They didn't let her call him man married man. They would say, oh, I get my copper. Majority of the copper are married. I'll tell you right now. So let's be clear on that. Yeah, if you talk about me dating married woman in the past, yeah, if I would have brought women there and call a married man a copper, I would have married woman I'll call my. I have a call my I'll marry. So should we look at it from that perspective? Come on, let's be sure. Let me honest on the show.
What you mean the past?
Yeah. We are so you say you did
I
in the past. So
yeah,
how things ended up, and did it affect the next relationship, or you guys kept it
you
private?
know, yeah, you come here or attending calling down, not working. So I had my own mother who used to be supplying me. I had to wear shoes and things and cool clothes to look with my friends.
Okay,
But
so you
I was
so
but I
so,
a
so,
married
so,
woman.
so you are just dating that person for different benefits, or maybe financial benefits, and why you are pretty much also catering to that person's special needs.
I'm not looking to marry anybody. She already married. So why I gonna carry a married woman?
Okay, at least we want honesty.
City.
Yes.
So back to the question. For me, have you ever dated a married man or married woman? Um, I don't want to answer the question with a yes or no, but I want to go into the experience.
No, but before going into the experience, we want you to also. We are asking all the panelists here. Even you guys will ask me. Well, I respond yes, but we want you to answer the question and you go to the experience.
But which
So,
one you did that, the man or the woman?
I only did women and
Oh,
me. Sorry.
oh, you gotta clarify it, brother.
Yes. I mean, that was my past. I'm a born again. I've given my life to Christ.
all right. So how did things end out?
As a traveler, you on the road, you meet people from different walks of life. And occasionally, sometimes you might be working out of state in a particular area where the weather is actually cool. And there's a sister nearby. You work on the overnight shift with her. You'll sit down and share common relationship problem and issues. And in the morning, you'll go for breakfast. And at the end of the day, somebody got to read bedtime story to somebody.
Wow.
Yeah. So, with that being said, it is a momentum or it's something that goes on for the moment. But at the end of the day, by the end of the contract, you have to make sure that woman is able to stay focused and go her way. And you also need to understand that she came from somewhere. In cases I've heard people saying, I've been with my man for 10, 15 years, but I really enjoy the time being with you. And, a lot of things ain't been going right between he and I. And I said, no, you cannot abort your 10 or 15-year relationship because of me. Whatever you experienced with me was temporary. So there's possibility I may have been on a good A game within that short period of time. On the longevity, your experience will be different. So it's better you go back. So I always encourage them to go back. And one last situation that it caused a lot of trauma to me today. I was in Des Moines, Iowa one time, and one married woman. She told me, she said, "Oh man, we're getting ready to go to church." She was acting like she won't go to church. And the moment he left the house to go to church, I went to go visit her. So while the brother was in church praying, giving God thanks and things, I was in your house misbehaving.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Otavio, before I come in here, we just want to hear from all the panelists. I'll pretty much be able to opine here on this question myself here. So, Mr. Otavio, have you dated or married a woman before, and how things end out?
No,
Look at
never.
Never.
But how your nose sound like
Never.
shaking so
So, prior of meeting your wife in your past relationship.
I never. I never. I never.
your whole life as a humankind,
Look
The
at.
man say he never. Man,
I mean, wait a
yeah,
minute. Hey, Jay, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
including when you're in bro before coming to America.
No,
okay.
never.
So as
Hotel,
for
show
me,
your face.
Wait a minute. Just give me.
So as for me, prior of meeting my wife, I was working as
There's no way you can say no to the question, but go ahead.
let me speak now, JD. Yeah, everybody, let
Yeah.
me speak now. And I want to be very specific. And you guys know me, I don't lie. Yeah, on this show. So prior of dating my wife, when I used to work as a licensed practical nurse, I I met a nurse who was married at that time, and we started to date, and she got pregnant, and my daughter right now is 16 years old. So have I dated a married woman?
JD, JD Johnson.
Yes.
Jerry, let me, I mean, AJ,
Nice.
let me open on that answer a little bit. You see,
That
my
the man
sister,
experience. Why would you want to opound the man experience?
no, no,
How?
no. Let me emphasize on my answer that I gave.
Yeah.
I never. The thing is this, um, AJ, I think you need
Yeah.
to do some follow up on our sister answer.
Yes.
When you asked her, did you date a married man? She said, uh, he going through divorce. That's not the answer. It like when
I was
God
not.
asked Adam,
I
say
said, yeah,
Adam
currently
said,
on
yeah.
that.
He said what? He said, God said, Adam. He said, I'm naked. That one. He said, God said, where are you? He said, I'm naked. That was not the question. So I mean, that means her answer is supposed to be yes. Finish. That's it. We want to know whether he divorced or he
Okay,
not
let me come
divorced.
in for Princess. I will
Yeah,
just come in for
yeah,
her.
yeah. Hold on now.
When
Hold on now.
AJ asked you your question, when AJ
Queen.
asked you your question, you went about like they were your question. Yes,
Right.
you went like they were your answer. You never answered directly. So you that don't answer the question directly, why would you want to ask somebody who have not answered the question because you never
But
said yes or no
no, but I
on
did
your own
say yes.
question?
No,
He's wrong
I
because
said no.
he
I never did.
For the sake of peace, Princess just said yes. She said
no,
she
Okay,
said
no,
yes.
thank you, thank
I
you.
said when AJ asked me, he said, "Have you ever dated
You
a
see that
married
honest
woman?"
woman there,
I
the kind of
said
woman there,
yes.
the kind of woman
AJ,
that
please take
good
the
women.
question from on the screen. Let me see our
Yeah,
sister Guya.
yeah.
Beg you.
I said um, yes. I'm
AJ, can
married.
you take the writing from up there, please?
I want to see
Okay.
our sister Guya. Beg you.
Yeah, so, yeah. So, and I mean, I don't like to cheat as well, and so I mean, it
The
just it,
bride to be.
it
Adabozi, Dindi.
All
Anyway,
right,
go
guys.
ahead.
Yeah. Anybody got a follow up question for me before I ask Rachel?
apart from that one nest, how many a married woman you slept with after that one?
But I just stated that I dated a married woman who ended up getting pregnant, and her
Yes, yes.
husband left
But
her.
Teddy, how you say you dated and then she end up getting pregnant?
Okay.
But because we were
Yeah.
dating.
But I want dating, I'm small dating, you can score.
Yeah, but I mean, we were dating. We both were working as a nurse, and she got pregnant, and her husband found out that she was pregnant, and he left her.
So yeah,
You
how many of them? How many married women you slept with?
If
Yeah.
my if my recollection can serve me right, I dated one, and she had a baby for me. So I did wanted to, if my recollection can serve me right. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Right
okay.
now,
so you knew so Teddy, you knew the woman was married, you were going with no plastic bed, money never
Yeah.
wrong.
no,
But
she
are you
was
brave? Oh?
no,
What that
she
baby intentionally? You
no what
intentionally did that?
I think she was going through a problem in her marriage.
Yo!
So
Yeah,
that the comfort you're giving her there.
yeah.
You
So
know how to
Yeah.
comfort though.
I came as a counselor. When I came as a counselor now, and after I came as a counselor, and what I was counseling her with, she liked it, and I think that she just
What you want to cancel you? Oh wait.
But AJ, you did it intentionally?
well, I mean, she told me she was going through stuff,
No,
and
it's not a question. It's not a question. You did it intentionally?
well, it happens
The
sometimes.
men, the men all use corner. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
So yeah, but I'm happy that we have a 15-year-old daughter going to
Yeah,
be
AJ, you
16,
brave.
and
AJ, yeah.
yes, and also she was she's a Caucasian. So when Caucasian going through stuff, things happen.
So, so you took advantage of her because you're
I
going
didn't
through stuff.
I didn't I was serving as a counselor at that time.
Wow.
Oh,
So are you still serving those type of
So,
counseling right now
so
or you stop?
AJ, so
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 right now,
so AJ, you went beyond. So AJ, you went beyond your job, like you did, like you went beyond your job.
yeah, I think what I did that time, at that time is my I stepped the boundary above my.
I mean, I applaud you with the seriousness you expressing this thing with. I applaud you.
I really, I
Oh,
really applaud
but sometimes when, and at that time I was single, and somebody came to me for
So
counseling.
you are vulnerable. She took advantage of you.
Well, I would not say I
Yeah.
was vulnerable. She was vulnerable.
So who took advantage of the friend?
Oh well, because of through the counsel, during the counseling therapy, things just happened, and
Maybe I just still answering.
yeah, I mean, I have to answer
Hey,
just because I'm the host. That doesn't mean I can answer my panelists. I have to be honest.
Why you
But
went there raw? Why you went there
why
without
you
condom?
attacking our host? I think he
but
already explained
but
himself.
let's move forward to Masa. Masa, we try to ask the tough question, but you left. So welcome back. What are you eating?
Watermelon, watermelon.
Okay, so Masa, and when you to be honest, have you dated a married man before?
Yes.
Okay,
Wow.
in the past.
Straight
Uh,
question. How you know in the past? Get really get let it get straight.
So, so this is the story. I was dating because I don't really socialize like that. I go to school, come home, and work. I don't be in
no,
the library
no, but
community.
we want to make sure if this the past or the present.
It's
Okay.
She
past.
just said in the past. Ah,
Okay, go ahead.
So this guy came around me, and I didn't know he had his whole family with kids. But then he used to spend most of his time with me to my house. But because I was in the Liberian community, I didn't know he had family here. So after we went one or two times, how did I find out? One or two times, he came to me, and then I saw his phone ringing, and I saw a woman talking to him. I'm like, "You married?" He like, "Yeah, I'm going through problem." I'm like, "Get out!" And I was done with him. I'm like, "No,
So you didn't know he was married.
I didn't know, but he was with kids."
Okay. So it was after uh the raindrop.
AJ, I was single. I was doing anything I wanted to do with my life.
Okay, thank you. So let's welcome the pastor. The pastor going to see if how he going to find
The pastor, the
so
pastor
So
pastor
now
did.
you see
says
my face when you welcome me. You can't let me rest.
no, we just wanted to welcome you because the next
I
topic,
know, man. I just killing me.
yeah, the topic that we on is very very essential. And one thing I like about the panelists, they are all honest. Some of them were in a hard spot. Even I will hear the host, I was in a hard spot. So we would like to welcome Pastor Success AB Dennis. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, so Pastor Success, we are on our second topic here, and the second topic, the question was very, very, very intense, and people dodged the question, but most of the panelists were honest. They answered. So we want to know the biblical advice, all right? Because the question was, have you dated a married woman or a married man? And some people answered, including me. I dated a married woman, a woman before that, and she ended up getting pregnant and had a baby. So did I regret? I would say because I was a counselor at that time. So we want to know what is the biblical advice, about people dating a person.
It's an abomination, first of all. I want to say it. Complete abomination.
Yeah.
It's abominable before the Lord. You can't do that. It's wrong. But I think I will
So
next Wednesday, what I will do, I will do a complete series on the danger of dating because you're breaking a institution that God has established.
no,
Amen.
not next Wednesday. This coming Sunday because your show start this Sunday. Remember?
Yeah, okay, no problem. No
Yeah.
problem. I can still do it this Sunday. But the bottom line here is that it's wrong. That's all I can say for now. I won't be too long. I just to show my favor. I want to say it is wrong. It's God's ordinance, it's God's institution. You're not supposed to tamper with it. The Bible says what the Lord had joined together, that no man put asunder.
But
So
suppose
when
that
you
person is going through a divorce, or suppose that person going through some problem in a
it's still
relationship.
wrong. It's still wrong. Until they are completed divorce, you have no right infiltrating into whatever God is doing in their life. It's wrong.
So
Pastor,
so
pastor, you ever did
so,
a married woman?
so who fault will be that? Will it be that married person fault, or will it be the single person fault?
Loving affair is a concession of two individuals. So nobody got off. No, you need a more married when you approach her. They will more know that she married, she love to you. It's vice versa. Both parties are responsible.
But who's committing the sin there? Her or the person?
The two of you.
I disagree with the pastor.
I
I
disagree
disagree.
with the pastor, but every,
So listen,
how
listen,
will you say
listen, listen. I'm
how will you
coming.
say I'm
I'm
committing the
coming.
sin? I'm not
I'm
married
coming.
at that time and I'm single. And
I'm
she's
coming.
yeah.
Sex prior to marriage are sin. Sex outside your marriage, that's sin. So the two of you committing sin.
So are
So
you
there's
telling
nothing
me
you can do there.
I was committing I was committing fornication?
So that
Are you telling me
You
I
were
was committing
you were
fornication?
fornicating and a woman or committing adultery.
Adultery.
Can
two
I
of you
say
are
something?
sinners.
Yeah,
So if
yeah,
it ends,
but
you know
I,
what?
you see, I
You know
disagree with the
what?
pastor.
Yo,
I
guys, yo,
disagree.
give the pastor a chance. Let him finish. Yeah,
You know
let's
what?
move on.
Your penalty is going to be even more severe
Why?
because you get two categories. Number one, you committing, you sinning against your body, against God,
Uh-huh.
and not you just sinning against God. You going into an institution that God has ordained, that He has established, that need not to be temple. You define the holiness of God and breaking the marriage.
Yeah, but the pastor, but yeah, it's a man of God. But yeah, it's a man of God. I disagree with you when you said that both
Me
partner,
too.
when you said both party as as sin. Because yeah, see, in case I go to I'm married, right now I'm married. I'm going to another woman and lying to her say, look, I'm not married, and the woman fall in love with him.
Octavius, go to church and stop arguing on Facebook.
Otavio,
You understand the thing?
Scripture is not your assumption. Scripture is not how you feel.
Oh, but I lied to her.
Ignorant of the law excuses no man.
Yeah, but I lied to her.
But
I told
ignorant of
her
the law excuses
I'm
no
not
man.
married.
Whether
And she
you
fall in
lie
love
to
with
her, you
me.
not lie to her, it doesn't
Pastor,
negate the fact of the
pastor,
sin.
pastor,
No,
pastor.
pastor,
Yeah.
pastor,
Can I
Okay,
say
guys,
hold
something?
on.
Babe,
No.
guys, let's do
Uh-uh.
this now. Let's respond to the pastor one at a time. Otavia is done. Let's move on to Crew Queen. Crew Queen, go ahead. Because we have to
I
wrap this
dis-
topic. Yeah.
I disagree with the pastor because
Why? Yeah.
if I love into a married man, okay, for example, the married man out of state or out of state, and I don't know that married man, I don't know nothing about he if he's married, and then he asked me out, I start going out with him, and then I fall in love, and I get to know that he's married, and then I leave him. I'm not committing no adultery because why? He lied to me and he never told me that he was married. And
Thank
I
you.
started loving to him.
Yeah.
So he's not, so God is not going to hold me responsible for me. God, when I say, oh, I'm breaking somebody else's home that I never knew what exist, the man lied to me. And I started to love to him. So I disagree with the pastor on this one that both are all committing sin. We are not committing sin because I don't have nothing to do with him. He left his home and can't lie to me. And then I started eating the thing with him. Both of us are eating the thing. I got a father, I walk out. Case closed. I don't have nothing to do with it. I'm not committing no sin.
I will get a pastor 3 minutes to respond, and we'll go to the next person. Guys,
Yeah,
let's
I'm
conclude the
not
pastor.
going to stay long, and
All right.
I'm not going to debate it,
No,
right?
no, pastor, you cannot leave. You
No, but
came with
listen,
something,
I
and
know.
the people got question for you. You can't just say, I'm not going to stay long. You are
Okay,
blocking
hold on
it
now,
right
hold
there.
on. Let me see
We
this.
don't want you to block it.
the same fornication we're talking about,
Yeah.
anyway, go
Can you
ahead, Pastor. We
respond,
listen.
pastor, can you respond to True Queen?
Real quick, can I ask you a question?
Where is True
You said something, bring your favor, mama. Can bring out your face. Let
Right
me
here.
ask you.
I'm right here.
True Queen? You can't you
Yes,
can't
I'm right here.
you can't oppose to what a man say and you leave. He wants to address you
I come and
directly.
say, yeah. No problem. I'm right here. So yeah, come
You
in.
know, I could go to the scripture and scripturally convince you, but I want first of all, let me use our logic before we go back to the scripture.
Okay, go ahead.
Back home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or not even back home, anywhere in the world. When someone steals something, you don't know and you buy it. You know who you are in the law? Only the Lord know who
If
you are.
You are a
You don't know that
criminal.
the person
you
You are a
stole it. You
asking
don't
criminal.
know.
you
So you
asking
don't
me
know.
question, you
I'm
asking me
asking
question,
you
or you
a
want to answer
question.
your own question?
No, I'm asking you a
Back.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Follow the law. When someone
Mm-hmm.
steals something, you don't know about it and you buy it. Do you know who you are?
They sell those stuff then
You
in
are a
so many
criminal.
stores.
I'm,
They sell
I'm,
it in so many stores. So when I buy it from the person and I don't
mhm,
know that the person
mhm.
stole it,
The
and the
person
person,
walk to you and say, I'm selling this thing,
That's a big difference, man. Pastor, stop.
right?
I
And you
know
buy it.
people sell things on the street. People sell
Hello,
things
I
on the
ask
street.
a question. If you don't answer
Okay,
it, I'll go ahead. We shouldn't debate it.
I'm
Pastor,
not a thief. I'm
Pastor,
not a
Okay.
thief. I bought it with my
Pastor,
own money. I'm not a
Yeah.
thief.
Pastor. Let me
Yeah.
help you quick. Crew Queen is very simple. According to the Bible, sex is only made for married people. So let's
And
forget
then
Mm-hmm.
go
about the,
when you
listen.
end, I'll go
Let's
to the
forget about the
scripture.
man. Listen. Let's forget about the man being not being married or not. As a righteous Christian, you shouldn't have sex until you get married. Now, you only have grounds if they making to you he lied to you that he's single, and you accept you believe it. You end up getting married to him. You start eating something with him. Then that one you honor innocent. That one it makes sense. But the fact that the man you didn't know if you were married this and that, and he even marry you, you decide to start opening you are committing sin.
Mister, I love you. The question said,
Pastor Allah,
has you
But that's what
loved
I
to
said
a
from the
married man?
beginning.
It never said, explain what are you married before you do the thing, or you married before you not do the thing. The question said, has you loved to a married man before? That's the question. And
right?
I said no. Someone or somebody steal on the street and then they bring it to me for me to buy it. We all here before. Majority of people, I'm not talking for everybody because me,
But
I
you're not
be
sort
on
of
the
be
street,
killing
people be
down
on
until
the
you
street.
marry. That the one you forgetting to
Most of
know.
all, I think AJ can be wasting in Des Moines. You will see the boys they get or Apple stuff, then they selling it, all those stuff. Then, and when you get money for your child, you buy it for your child to play with it. That doesn't mean I steal it. No,
No, you
I buy it.
under
I
the
use
law,
my own
under the law,
money.
you are a facilitator of a criminal. You will be there's a crime for you for that.
I'm not part of the law. The law is not coming to me. The law did not see me stealing it. The law
You are
see me
not being
I
a
buy
victim.
it.
Why you defending it? The day you become a victim, then you will not defend it. It
Can I
happened. I'm
say
telling
Mister,
you.
something?
No, you can't blame a woman.
But you know what I would do? The reason I don't want to go into depth to argue is because I could give many scripture, but this topic have to do with what I'll be discussing Sunday. It's a portion of it.
okay.
So I'm going to
Pastor, I
reserve
want to ask
everything.
you a question. I want to
I'm
ask you a question. The
Let's
question between I and you now, since
no,
before you become a pastor, you never loved to a married woman before?
Thank you.
no,
Never in your life.
no.
Okay, the next question here is because you are pastor, you never had sex before you get married, or you got married before you had sex?
No, that won't buy you that way.
Yeah.
Man of
You
Yeah,
God,
can,
I'm
you can
asking him,
speak
he's
for
a
him.
So
pastor.
you will.
so you now become a judge.
Oh no, you can speak for the
I'm not
pastor. The
joking.
pastor
No,
did that
you
No,
before.
see,
now you not
now you
queen.
ask
Can
Now
I
me.
say
you
something?
now you
When you
queen.
said you want to read the Bible, you said you
Queen,
want to go read
pastor
the
queen,
is from
Bible.
the
If you're
house.
a
queen. Hold
pastor,
on
I'm
now.
asking.
Queen, hold on. I'm not referring to you. You ask a
No,
question
I know.
and no one allow me to answer, and someone else trying to answer for me. That the person I'm asking whether he or judge not.
Who answer for
Pastor,
the pastor?
that
The
won't
pastor
buy.
did that.
Pastor, the
But I
Bible
don't
says, "For all have
know.
sinned and
Pastor,
falling
Okay,
short to the glory of
pastor,
God."
you seen before.
the pastor, they ask you a
Can
No,
I?
simple
you see, I
question.
didn't say.
Then you ask the
If
woman,
you,
what's your judge?
I
They're not
don't think
asking a
I don't.
direct question.
The issue here is the topic under discussion is people having sex with married men or married women.
No, pastor,
And
let's
you
go back to
then
our
you
If
when
we
you
question.
come
go
here, no,
buy things.
listen now, my man. I'm not going to argue. That's why I say I don't want to argue. If we come here, if we want to make it personal to each and every one on the platform,
Nope, it's not
No,
personal, Pastor.
not
It's
It's
not
not
personal,
personal.
personal.
pastor.
It's not
now I'm
personal. That's
asking
a
you, ask me
direct
a
question the woman
question
asks.
that has
It's
to
not
do with
personal.
me, and I
Okay.
answer you,
Okay.
right? And someone else trying to make like, you know, to antagonize my integrity, which I will
No,
not
pastor,
accept
you
on
not
this line.
attacking nothing. She asked a
But what
simple
you did,
question. You asked something before.
but I answer her,
Yes. Okay.
and you went
Pastor said
contrary to
yes.
what I said.
All right.
Pastor said yes.
Can I say something?
Yes.
So
Let's move on now.
if people count to be attacked, will not be discussing the topic. You attack personality, then I will bear the devil and leave.
No,
Because I don't
no,
want
Can
to
I
no.
attack
say
people.
something?
Pastor says the topic is intense. I even told you when you came. The topic that we're discussing is very intense. All right. It was a direct
Pastor, not
question you
come
were
to.
asking. So
But
this is the question here: Have you
let
dated a
keep to
married
the
man
yeah,
or
I
a
agree
woman?
intense. I like the intensity. I
Okay.
love it.
And
Right?
yeah,
But
and
let's
we
discuss the intensity of the question and start being attacked. Because if I answer, somebody ask me and I answer,
uh
and you choose to go contrary to my answer and say, no, you lie, then you be attacked on this to me, and then I
no,
would not appreciate it.
nobody say you lie.
No, someone said it.
Who?
Otavia
No,
was number
nobody
one.
said it, Pastor.
I beg you, leave my knee.
Nobody said no. No, Pastor. This is what I said.
Otavia said it. Don't defend the man.
Leave my
Don't
knee.
defend that man. The man said it.
No.
I did not hear the man.
Hey.
Otavia, did you say the pastor lie?
No, I got one question for the pastor. Pastor,
No, no, no.
No,
You
no,
need to
no,
ask
no.
a question,
any of the
Otavia.
member?
No, Octavius, let
Otavia.
me ask you, did you say the pastor is lying?
No, that's not true.
Okay. Did anybody hear Octavia saying the pastor is lying, yes or no?
I ain't hear him. I never
I
hear
didn't
him
hear
say
it
it.
either. So,
Somebody
pastor,
said it, but we didn't know who said it.
okay, gentlemen, let me
Now
say
someone
this.
is admitting. Someone is admitting that somebody said it.
Okay, let me say this, guys. I want the show to be very civil and professional. If
That's why I
anyone
want
said
myself
the
because
pastor is lying, I will
it
be
is
honest.
educative
If
for the word.
anyone said that the pastor is lying, I apologize to the pastor, because
I
Sorry,
apologize
Pastor.
too.
even though the question was directly to the pastor, but if the man said no, he said no. You can't say you lying. What about
Now
other questions?
Otavia, I said Otavia. That's sleep,
Well,
sleep
guys,
there, boy.
Okay, can I say something, guys, please?
Yes, go ahead, Master. So, Pastor Sosa, I'm very sorry, brother. I'm very sorry.
So what Pastor Success was talking about, if you really can go to church and you know the Bible a little bit, you'll remember the story of David. When David slept with that woman that have a husband, God didn't just punish the woman. Even though she didn't go to him, but David, the child didn't live, that was a punishment. And David still got a consequences of it. Both parties got something out of it.
Are
Even though
you
she didn't go to him.
are you
That's a
talking
good
about
example.
David and Urias
Yes,
right, wife, yeah.
and Bathsheba?
yes, yes,
Okay, yeah, where David sent Urias on the
And
wall.
yes.
let me give another scenario. You know, I don't want to go in depth.
Yes, go ahead, Pastor.
I will give the story. I will not quote the scripture. Sunday, I will provide the script. The reason why God, I want people to come on Sunday. Let me say this. I will give the book, but I will not be specific on in the book of Genesis. Abraham was traveling with his wife. The Bible said they got to a city and they met a king called Abimelech. And between Abraham and Sarah, Abraham actually pleaded with Sarah because of your beauty. And then people get to know that you are my wife. They might like they harm me or do me, do something to me. So permit me to lie to say you are my sister. The Bible said he told Abimelech, when Abimelech asked him, who is the lady? He said, she is my sister. And Abimelech took Sarah in on ground that he liked her. Realistically speaking, Abimelech should be guilty. I mean, he should not be guilty because Abraham told him that my sister, right? Logically speaking. But do you know what happened to Abimelech? Because he took the father, he even took Sarah. God closed the womb of all the ladies in the land. None of them could give birth until God himself spoke to Abimelech that lady you took, that my servant's wife, carry her back. And he went to Abraham and said, why did you lie to me? He said, because I was afraid. So if the man lied to the man, you were afraid. Why should God punish him? The things of God, they are not logical. You can't use logic to analyze the things of God. The things
They
of
are
God,
supernatural.
sometimes they may be felt, they may sound foolish, they may not make sense. Similar scenario, for example. Does it make sense for a piece of rock to part whole Red Sea? No. It doesn't make sense. But it did. So when we discussing spiritual issue, we have to put it from that standpoint. So that logic don't make it. Logic doesn't conclude with the Bible. The Bible is just a different book. Okay, you need to read it, do scriptural interpretation, read it constantly, understand what the Holy Spirit is. The best interpreter of the word is the Holy Spirit. You can't interpret the scripture on your personal feeling. So when we're discussing this thing, we need to put our feelings aside. I agree. When you are ignorant, where people didn't tell you and then you do something, sometimes you bear the consequence for doing it, but the Lord might like they pardon you. But enough with the things of God.
No, but that's where, Pastor, that's what the Bible says you are judged not by your action, but by your deed. So it's more about the motive, your motive behind you doing things. You get what I'm saying? So if you did something out of ignorance, you are being judged with the motive behind it compared to, the actual action. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
Kuku, what you say?
Okay, I know you try to go in the Bible, but this question, the reason that this question came about, we wanted to get a little bit knowledge and see where was the effect. Like, for example, if I ever love to a married man in my life and I get married, how would I feel when somebody start loving to my husband?
Okay, thank you.
That was the motive about this topic. But now it's going in the Bible, it's going this. I understand we all here sing, and I understand everybody here is not 100% perfect. We all here have our in and out. You understand? But it just like the question went in the Bible, all the stuff. Now we understand things that are in the Bible, and also we should also understand God did not wrote the Bible. Human wrote the Bible. What I will tell AJ, AJ will tell Princess. What Princess will tell Master, it will be different. What Master will can tell you, the pastor, it will be different. Every year they provide different Bible voice in the Bible. I'm not judging anything. I am a Christian. I have devotion in my house, so nobody must judge me. But it's just
Quickly,
something. Yeah,
Kuku.
I wanna hear the question you asked the
yeah.
pastor if he ever has sex outside marriage. Did he answer that question?
I asked him, he never answer.
I
I
beg you,
asked the
pastor, please
pastor. The
answer, yeah.
pastor never answer.
But why you trying to be okay? Okay, if I choose not to answer, what will happen?
Okay.
No, nothing
Hey,
will happen, man of God. We just want to know. We just want to
Okay, I
know.
choose not to answer. Because
Okay,
it
so
seems to
then
be you try. No, you
I
try to.
mean you plead the fifth. You plead the fifth. I get it.
No, I'm not
Okay,
pleading
let
the
me
faith.
go
The
now.
reason I'm not answering because we just had a lengthy discussion on it, and some misfeeling was coming more away from my anger,
Yes.
and we decided to leave it. So if you want to bring it by, it means that you want to stay, or maybe you want to be personal with people. And I don't think
No,
we
no,
should
no,
come on
no,
this to
no.
be
You
personal.
plead
I
the
will
fifth.
answer you though.
You say you want answer. You plead the fifth. It's okay.
No,
Let me
I did
go.
answer. People who say I never answer, I don't know how they honor school me. I did answer,
No,
and
for me,
I
The
I
did.
asked
anointing
you,
breaks
but
the
I
yoke.
never got a direct answer. I never
I
got a
answer
direct
is
answer.
when Otavia came here and say Allah. When I answer and say no, it's when Otavia came here and said no, Pastor, you lie.
No, I'm sorry
Oh,
for
okay. So
that
you answer,
comment.
you said no.
I'm sorry for that comment, Pastor.
No,
So
you said you answered to the question that you've never slept with any married person before. But the second question she asked you was, have you had sex before married before? Now the
Before
question you
marriage,
say you play the fifth. You want to answer.
you never
The
answer that
anointing
question
breaks
I
No,
the
no,
yoke.
asked.
no. Listen,
The
when you
anointing breaks
ask
the
the
yoke.
question,
if
I
the
want you to
man
be
is not comfortable
specific.
answering, can we
I want
move?
you to be specific because
That's
I was never born a pastor and I had said before I got married. I was
no,
never born a pastor.
I
Thank you.
understand.
Thank you.
I
Yeah, man
understand,
of God, I
Pastor.
always want to
Let's
hear
make
from
that
you.
clear. I understand you were
Now,
never born a pastor,
I want to have that clarity,
but
right?
I
I want
know.
to
But
have
I
that
just
clarity. That's
asked
why
you
I'm
a
saying
question.
you have
I
to be
said,
specific. How you asking the question for me to answer it?
okay,
So,
sorry. Let me ask my question. Let me ask my question. I apologize
Go
on
ahead,
in.
Queen.
Okay.
I'm supporting your question,
Have
man.
you ever had sex before you get married? Before you ever got married?
yeah,
Man
The
of
man
God,
will
God bless
answer.
you.
Okay.
You will live long. The anointing breaks the yoke.
Okay,
Liberals.
but guys, it's ladies' night. Sometimes these
The
shows are
man
very intense, and the pastor is mature and he know how to handle these questions, and he knows that
Yep.
sometimes the show is intense. It's not a political show. So, but I don't want us to personalize anything. If anybody say I'm not comfortable answering, guess what? We move to the next person. We're not
no,
gonna say, "Oh, you
Right.
keep lying." So
the
once again,
reason,
I don't know
AJ,
who told the pastor he was lying, but if Otavia said that, I
he
apologize.
said it. Otavia said it. I see anything you do the political shit. Why you brought here? He said it. But let me say this:
Yeah, go ahead,
the
Pastor.
reason I want her to be very specific, having sex before marriage and having sex outside marriage as a minister of the gospel. That's why I want her to be very specific. And
Okay.
I'm glad she asked the question the way it's supposed to come and I answer it. Because people, when we come on the kind of platform, the essence of this platform is to provide information.
Yep.
Yep.
It's not just about who and who on the platform. You know, a lot of pastor friends come and say, "Me don't go on that
The other
platform,"
watermelon you eating, but you are eating it all.
right?
Anyway, go
Lot
ahead.
of lot of pastors call my friends call me and say, "Me don't be going on that platform." I said, "Why?" They say, "Number one, the way they discuss the issue, the kind of terminology, the kind of wording that they use on the platform doesn't represent you." I said, "But if we abandon them, and we don't go there to educate, how would that terminology change?
Right.
So we have to go there. So sometimes we come here against our own will, right? So when we come here and we become a third person and leave the topic, then you're making also, kind of, they don't even come by. The people say,
I
I
got one
told you,
question. I got one question for the pastor.
I get no answer for you.
You see?
You only I get no answer for you.
Tell one.
Guys, can we move on? Can we move on now because it's 10:54. This segment is usually 2 hours, but we have to discuss the last topic. I don't want us to, Octavius, I want you to ask your question, but the pastor said you don't want to answer
Yeah,
it.
let me just ask. Let me ask my question. You answer it. My question.
So,
My
Pastor
question, man of
Sosa,
God.
are you willing to listen to the question?
Yeah, you
Man,
listening?
when I sound question, I'll answer it. That sound, I'll answer him.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, man of God. Man of God. If you heard me say you lie, I apologize. But man of God, do you think it's wrong for the church that Marco and I going? We can go to. We get. We look at somebody Jew. You think it's wrong? It's a sin we committing. We ain't put on. We get normal. We just look at.
Got a question for the pastor though.
Kelly, let's go to our
Please
next
answer that
topic,
question for
please.
me. I
No,
think you
no,
answer
no,
that question, quick.
no. They have question for the pastor. Let's
Okay,
give
can I come in, AJ, before we go to our next topic?
Quick, please answer
Next
Otavio
we
question
want
for me. I beg you.
Hey,
I will
Let
answer him,
princess
but
come
before we
in.
go,
Marco, how you feel?
Quickly, that princess come in there. Then we'll go back to you. But let's see if Octavia's question has been answered. So, Pastor
Uh,
Sosa, are you going to answer the main question or not?
Pastor
Marco, how you
Sosa is deferring the question to Crew Queen to answer.
Yeah,
Okay,
because that question
okay,
too simple for it's too
I
simple
will
for everybody
answer
to
the
answer. Now I
question.
can know quick.
I will, when you in a church and you look at somebody else's white boy and they be like, damn, or your eyes say, yeah, you committing adultery because that's somebody else's wife. But when she is not married and you look at her because you can find your wife in a church. When she's single, you look at her and you want us all to tell her
So,
it's not a sin.
so
But when
if
you
she
know
in
that she is
relationship like
married,
you,
it's a sin.
Crew Queen, and they looking at you now, there's nothing wrong with it because you married.
There is
yeah.
nothing wrong with it because what? End
Uh,
of the day,
Uh,
you my husband in the church. I'm not married. Maybe you my husband. So it's not a sin.
that
We all
pastor
looking
not
at each
seeing
other.
loud. That
so
pastor
let's
not
go to
seeing loud.
Princess. Ladies and
And
gentlemen,
I
let's
see Otavio I rule again.
Princess.
I mean,
Can you go
you
ahead with
tell
the
me from the
question?
show here. They will tell me
Pastor
no tell you from
Sosa,
here.
Princess got a question for you. Princess, go ahead.
I don't have any question. I wanted to answer the question, but crew queen I answered already.
Okay, all right, guys, let's move on here. So,
Okay, AJ, before we move on, next week, Wednesday, can we please have the question answered when you marry? Oh, I will put it in the invite. It's okay.
okay, thank you. So, guys,
Macron,
we are moving on to the next. We are moving on to the next topic, and the next topic is also intense. And we want you guys to be honest. The next topic is we're gonna give experience. We're gonna ask you guys individually if that has happened in your relationship, and then from there, if no, you know, if it happened.
we'll start with our panelists that eating the watermelon. Go
So
ahead.
the next question is also intense, but this is the last question we have. Our last discussion topic. We're going to tackle this for 30 to 35 minutes. Then we're going to all give our closing statement. So we still got about 40 minutes on the show. So we'll start with Masa. So Masa, why do most women remain in an abusive relationship? And in answering the question, what abusive, we don't want to mean physical. Abusive can be emotional, can be financially. You know what I mean? So I want you to look at it in a way. I don't want it physical or a man hitting a woman. No. But based on your answer, based on your experience. So why do most women, remain or stay in an abusive relationship?
There's so many reasons, sometimes sexual reasons. But me personally, I was in an abusive, verbally abusive relationship.
All right. So let's
And
put you right there. So you are in an abusive relationship, but verbal, not physical, right?
verbally, yeah.
Okay. And how long you stay in that relationship?
I can remember probably a year or two, or a year and a half.
Okay. Why did you stay long in a relationship?
Sexual
Because,
penalty.
no, well, I stayed there because I just moved and I was looking for a way to get on my feet. So while I was with him, he was doing that. I was just waiting. As soon as I found a job and I had my place or whatever, I was out.
Okay.
So financial reason is why I was there.
Mommy, you
Okay.
drinking Guinness in from the pastor?
So he was
Brother, you
thinking,
brave. Oh.
gentlemen, let's stay on class.
Drinking,
I
if my
drink I
brother,
drink
if
at
my, I
work
say,
and
if
oh,
it's nothing,
I'm
my
at
man,
work
you
and
guys
he
say,
say, Pastor.
Malcolm, don't break your teeth. You saw. Open her, please. Don't break your teeth.
No open your man, I'm at work.
Okay. All right, let's move on here. So,
so you drinking untreated.
Masa,
That's the beauty of going to school, my
uh,
man.
thank you here. So let's move on to Princess. So, Princess, why do most women remain in an abusive relationship, and have you been in an abusive relationship before?
That's a great question. Yes, I have been in an abusive relationship. I was in it for 4.5 years, and it was like
Was it physical, verbal,
Or
it was
emotion?
all, it was all the above.
Wow.
For me,
sexual? Okay.
not not sexual, but physical, verbal, emotional, like all that behind it. And
And why you stay there for 4 years?
well, I'm a family oriented person, so when I got into this relationship, I just relocated to a new state and I met this man. I didn't know anything about him until we started dating.
Right.
And then when we started dating, uh everybody and our grandmom had something to say about my relationship with this individual. So me personally, I was in a relationship to prove a point to people that just because y'all have stuff to say, that doesn't mean I'm gonna leave my relationship. Because I met this man. He has been introduced to my children, and I don't know how to just leave a relationship what I've already invested in. So in order for me to leave a relationship, it will take time process. I have to process it in my mind and I have to plot it, how I'm gonna do it, when I'm gonna do it. So in me doing that, it takes time. I can just get up and go. Yes, I was financially able to leave. I was doing everything for myself before I met this person. This person met me having my own. But for me, it's just me physically getting out of the relationship. I don't know how to do that right away. So I have to plot it. And in order for me to plot it, I dealt with so much stuff while plotting it. And I have to tell myself when is the right time to leave. And when I do find that time, I keep telling I'll tell myself I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna leave until I actually get up and leave. But in order for me to get up and leave, I think about my kids. Like, I don't want to introduce nobody else to my children. I don't want no other men coming in my home. My children are already used to this. We already have a family. So I'm very family orientated. So that's why he used that as an advantage. Also, to keep me there. And it's sometimes it also has to do with your past. If you are if you've been in a childhood where you were abused and you're used to that kind of lifestyle, you think it's normal. So sometimes that become a normal for you. So even if you're going through abuse in your relationship, you would think it's also normal. So you'll continue to accept the action and behavior of your significant other because both men and female can be in an abusive relationship. And in my case, um, it was somewhat normal to me. I was like a little bit used to it, but it took a lot for me to actually leave the relationship. And when I finally left, there was no going back because I don't like to leave and then go back and leave and go back because most people tend to do that too. They will leave a abusive relationship and then the man gonna be like, "Oh, I changed. I'm not gonna be this way. I'm gonna be that way." And then you go right back to them, and then they become the same person. Me, I like to know that when I'm leaving for good. There's no feelings, nothing attached to me or you. Everything about you is like over. So that's why I was in it for that long because I had to process it in my head and then physically move upon it.
Wow. Thank you
Yeah.
very much, here. Before we go to Crew Queen here, just want to follow up here. If you just joining us here, we are on our last topic tonight here, and we'll be wrapping up by 11:35, 11:40. So we are asking the ladies for it, and from there we're gonna go to the guys. So Crew Queen, why do most women stay in an abusive relationship, and have you been in an abusive relationship before? You are not audible, Crew Queen.
Emotionally, yes, I got dumb when I was in high school. When I was in high school, it was emotional, so I guess it was abuse on my end because I was still in love and it dumped me.
So how did that affect you? You are in love, they dumped you, they broke up with you.
Ah, right now, no man. You're
Uh-huh.
not even born yet to climb over me, honey. I get in a relationship. Either you go with what I say, or we both meet equal. We meet halfway, but you will not say I over you 1%. Both of us 50-50.
As a
That's why I
success.
said when you went to Facebook, that's why I told
Mister,
my
I love
man,
you. Hold on, let the girl finish.
when you post me, I will post you. You not post me, I will not post you. 50-50 is my relationship. That's the kind of relationship I'm in right now. 50-50. You do me, I do you. You come, I come.
Okay. So let's move on to the men here. I will let Mister I love you take over. What is his input there, Mister I love you? Why do most women stay in an abusive relationship?
Why do most women remain in abusive relationship, or do you want me to turn the sexual agenda around and answer the question?
You can answer the question. Do you want to answer the question based on your agenda, or you want to just answer it based on why women stay in those relationships? It doesn't
I
matter.
think it would be fair enough for our viewers to have a double-ended opinion.
Okay.
I would like to answer it as in why do most men remain in abusive relationship or marriage?
Why do most men remain in abusive relationship, Mister?
Yeah, because I've been in an abusive relationship in the past. I was sexually abused.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I ain't believe that.
You
Oh,
lucky.
oh.
Oh God.
Mister, I
How,
love you. I don't believe it. Oh.
how long you
Uh,
were sexually?
Mm.
When Pastor Sunset laugh.
Ah, no way.
Yeah, but you gave the men who got. Let me ask your lady, who told your men don't be sexually abused? Who
eh?
told you?
It
Titty.
has been all
Saying
your
that you were
talking.
sexually
It
abused.
has been all your
But
talking.
it's
Make my
very
interrupt.
possible.
So let the man explain for how long he was sexually
The man,
abused
the
and
man
why
No,
been
he said,
raped.
AJ,
That
AJ,
man been raped.
AJ.
yeah.
I'm not laughing because the men laugh. I'm laughing when they get there, when they grab the mess.
He was sexually. So, Mr. I love you. Can
Mr.
you,
I love you, go ahead, yeah.
Mr. I love you.
Yes, the
How long
women
he was sexually abused?
explain about their own abuse. Then nobody question it. How you say
Yeah.
my own abuse? Then is the problem.
Go ahead, Mr. I love you.
But I was in a sexually abusive relationship for 2 years,
Wow.
and this was before I had my daughter. So there is this thing with some of our Liberian sister them that feels like when they meet a man who don't have any child at all, they feel like they want to go at any extent to be the first woman to have a child. So I was in a relationship with a woman and I let her know my sexual ability and my sexual stamina, what I could do. But she was in a habit of, I would come from work. I told her we should only have sex twice a week.
But
That's
Okay, why you laughing?
twice a week, Tilly, Monday and Sunday. Yeah, man.
But why hotel are just laughing?
Let the man talk. Go ahead.
So she was in a habit of, in the course of the week, when I come from work and I'm tired when I'm sleeping. While I'm sleeping, brother, I wanna know what happened, what happened next. My microphone will be standing up.
You know.
In the middle of me sleeping, when I go low, my whole this and that, just feeling warm. I said, but what going on here? Eh? Somebody she's saying that over me. So now I'll even get there to the point where I have to push her from over me and thing, and and say, oh wait here, man, this and that. No. Anytime I come from work, I come home, you in the house, some days she even wearing no panty, just passing around butt naked. Then let me put my camera on. So now when she born again, as soon you pass behind her, and let's say I just touch her from I hug her from behind, you just hear, oh, I say, what's this? I just wanted to hug you from behind. I mean it like that. Before I can say before I can say something again, she will catch me and go let me know again.
so how she get
And
dressed in the living room to the bedroom?
No, but it went on for a very long time,
How long
and
you said 2 years?
2 years.
Okay. So
The
why you
point
why
here,
you try to stay in that relationship for 2 years? Were you liking it? That abuse was that because some abuse are good, bad, and ugly. So was that abuse good, or it was bad, or it was moderate?
no, Jerry, if you consider
How
an
can
abuse
abuse
to
be
be
good?
good, if you consider abuse to be good, then I have problem with you.
How can
There's no
abuse be?
abuse
Say
that's good.
abuse.
Well, it not all abuse is bad. Some abuse is
No,
good.
every
Brother,
abuse should be bad.
along something is abusive,
It's
is not
abuse
good.
is the bad.
Well, brother, if the abuse is
I mean,
bad,
I'm a
let me
abuse,
say, yo,
I'm
yo,
a
yo.
abuse. I say it when I'm good.
Okay, if the abuse is bad, let me tell you, I will leave. If the abuse is good, because some abuse is addictive, you stay. Some abuse is bad, you leave
The
right away.
fact that the abuse is
The
addictive, if you
word
stay, you
abuse
don't make it
means
to
something
make you
wrong.
don't make it to be good.
Any wrong act. The whatever said or whatever. But the question I wanted to ask before any other person coming is,
Yeah,
what do we consider sexual abuse?
you should be asking Mr. I love you.
What
So,
do we
but
consider sexual abuse?
Pastor, let me learn because they may
I love you.
ask
I
me.
mean, Mr. I love you. Sorry, go ahead.
Mr. I love you. Other people have to come in, so we'll give you about 5 to 7 minutes, please.
Listen now. So, based on that, uh, my definition for sexual abuse
Yeah,
is,
Luffy, please show your face.
oh wait, I beg you. My definition for sexual abuse is engaging somebody in a sexual act, against their will. You get what I'm saying? And applying violence in the process. You get what I'm saying? So now when you lay now, they get in, when you not go one or two rounds, then when you go again, the black American get in will saw enough. But our Liberian, my Liberian girl away, she would just grab my B and just use her hand, just be holding it up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down.
No experience.
Yeah, before you know it, my thing just get better out. It's very abusive. You don't remember, you can't remember to get better out. How? You gotta be easier with it. So, Pastor, to answer your question, when it comes to abuse, it has to do with things being done against my will and with violence being applied in the process.
So, so I have a follow-up question for Mr. Lovey before we move. Pastor, do you have any follow-up question for him? Because I do.
No, I wanted to make a comment before a
All
follow-up
right, go ahead.
question.
Yeah, yeah, go
So,
ahead.
so the reason I asked that question, what do we consider abuse? People think that when the man force a lady or the lady force a man, then it becomes an abuse. I stand to be corrected, but I take it from another perspective. The, the way many women can abuse their men, their husband in marriage, sexually, they act or women think that when they deprive their man of sex, right, then they're proving your point. Depriving your partner of sex is an abuse as well.
Uh-uh.
What kind of abuse
No,
is that?
na neglect though. I neglect though.
Neglect our
The abuse.
neglect our
No,
thing.
abuse is different. Word
No,
neglect is
no,
different
no.
word.
Look, once you go against somebody, be it psychological, emotional, you put it through that trauma, it becomes an abuse.
You going against their will.
Once you put it through that trauma and you're going against their will and psychologically or emotionally or physically, it has an impact on them. It's an abuse. Do you know biologically, when a man is deprived sexually continuously, it has an effect on his lifespan? Do you know that? If you
But
don't know, go and study about it, right? So it becomes
Pastor,
an
can you can
abuse.
you can you repeat that, please? What you
A man being deprived
uh-huh.
sexually,
Okay.
when it becomes persistent or continuous, it
It
has
has
an
an
effect on
impact.
him. It has it affects his lifespan. Go and do a
He can
research.
live long.
So what
Go and
about
do
a
a
woman? What
research.
what if a woman is being not being given what she wants to, what effect does it have on her?
I'm not debating I'm not looking at the pros and cons of the woman. They're only telling you that some people, they will say I brought it to other men at the time when people say abuse, they look at the man. They think that because the man got the power to overpower the woman, maybe force her and what have you, so they see it as an abuse. But women got their way of doing it too. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Come on, fine, baby.
AJ, with that being said, my man, I bet you got to leave, man. Let me leave. Yo, Sunday night, all of you are invited on my show.
Okay. Uh,
All right.
so, thank you, Pastor Success. Ladies and gentlemen, Pastor Success will be starting on current situation on every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 here. You'll be talking about principles and other the religious topic. Yes, be joining in here. So if you have a little noisy background, go ahead and put your phone on mute here. So we will move forward to Malcolm. So Malcolm, why do most women remain in an abusive relationship, and have you been abused in your relationship in the past or present?
My, my God.
Why they got laughing, man? Why?
No,
Why? um, actually, I would say no. But there are different type of abuse. We have emotional abuse, and the pastor spoke about that. That something a lot of men goes through. I will speak on that before I touch on the woman. The women.
yes.
So on the line of sex, I mean, sex is it just the identity of every man. So if you try to deprive us of that, nothing held a man so much that than when a woman mean with sex. Even the children say will feed away the next morning. You know what I mean? That's an emotional abuse. We go through that a lot. But sometimes we may threaten remark that, oh, we'll go outside and get it from outside, but we still remain in a relationship. We don't leave, right? Now, when it comes to the women, I would say,
Siri, better be careful.
it takes a lot, AJ. A lot of women that go through abuse, they find it hard. Sometimes they don't want to leave because even if they leave, the aftermath is still going to be a continual process until they can seek help. Because a woman who have been in an abused relationship, once you meet another guy, it's not going to change. That fear, that mindset will still be there, you know, until they can go and talk to people, seek counseling, and before they can actually move on with their life. But it's actually a dangerous path, when you find a woman, in an abused relationship. And sometimes they just decide, like, you know what, let me just stay. Not that they don't want to move, but when they're moving forward, even the future relationship, will also be impacted. A guy who I never even, done nothing to them, when you meet the person, because of what another man have done to you, you take that vestation and carry it into your future relationship. We are seeing that a lot. But sometimes not just the woman, she's just going through a psychological breakdown. And it requires a lot of counseling or sometimes even medical, treatment, depending on the level of abuse.
Thank you. Let's move to Malcolm. Malcolm, are you there with us? No, not Malcolm, but Octavius, are you there with us?
Yeah, I'm here. AJ.
Okay, yeah. So, and I will pretty much answer this question too, but we just want to hear from Otavia. Otavia, why do most women remain in an abusive relationship? And you, Otavia, have you been in an abusive relationship before? And if so, what kind of abusive relationship?
No, I never been in a relationship that was abusive. Um, Maybe the closer that I ever encountered what was my at that time before I got married. I started so and while I was trying to get my wall out, I was stuttering, and the person began to laugh. But they never had a clue at that time that the level of how sensitive that meant to me. But But apart from that, no. But let me say, when it comes to the women, um, and this this topic might sound funny, we crack joke or we cracking jokes, but it's very sensitive to a lot of our sisters, more especially Liberian women. And if you look at it, about 85% of Liberian women are going through or went through some form of domestic violence or abusive relationship, or more especially back home. Just take for example how we Liberian men treat our women back home, because we think that because they are not providing, they are not working, and we have to provide. We they won't provide, and the funds that some money will put the money in the table. We talk to them any kind of way. That abusive. We expect food when we come home. They should serve us. That's domestic slavery. So they go through that thing emotionally, and then when they come here, they have to process another whole system. But hold on, I was in Liberia, I was serving this man. Should I do it yet or not? So you see, so it's very, very much, and and our sister, look, Liberian women are one of the strongest women you can ever find on the planet, because some of the things they accept and take from us, we Liberian men, is very, very. I mean, you can't find. I don't know what type of women will accept that, and because one, a lot of them stay in this relationship for so many reasons. One, financial problem. Two, peer pressure. What society will say, okay, if I walk away, how my community will look at me, how my friends will look at me. Will I find another man out there? Will I be able to pay this bill? Oh, I got children. I got 4 children by him. I got children by him. Oh, I'm not educated. Where am I going with all the children? Where am I going with my uneducated self? So they look down on themselves, and say, I just have to settle here. And if look, I don't have money to go and find a place, apartment. I got a roof over my head. At least he cussing me, he beating me, but nobody can see it. I got roof, I got food. So they go through a lot. And so that's why we men and say, this is wrong, but you can still get help out there. Don't look at your education background. Don't look at what society will say, because tomorrow when you in your grave, that only you going. And and I want to applaud my sister then that on this show that will come up openly to say, what, I've been through this, or I'm going through this, or this is what I experienced. Look, I don't know y'all, and but I will give it to y'all, man. And man, you guys, there's somebody out there, more especially a female, listening to you guys, that y'all need to encourage them, say, look, walk away, because your life is better than what society will say out there. Your life is better than what your mom would say. And so, and you guys go through a lot just to, I mean, just to take care of us. So I just want to say, look, it's a very dedicated, topic. I mean, we joke. I mean, that's what I do. I mean, I don't have no enemy. I like to crack joke, but this particular topic is very, very, very much important. That I pray that anybody out there going through a domestic violent relationship, get out. Seek help.
Thank
Thank you.
you. That was well said, Octavius. Thank you for giving that information, and praising the women that go through that abusiveness. On our current status, our educational status, and financial reason. That was very touching. That was in depth. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome one of our panelists, Mr. Dave Cooley. Dave, I noticed that most of our strong political gurus panelists, they are switching the night, and it is not our fault. It's because our political show slowed down since the new year. So, but and I love them to see them on ladies night, because we like to get our input. So before I come in here, I will welcome Dave. And Dave, what do some women remain in an abusive relationship? And have you, Dave, been in an abusive relationship before?
AJ, I want to say thank you uh for the show tonight. Just seeing the invite, so when I saw it, I decided to come on. I thought it was our regular show, so I didn't know that tonight. Usually you have a late night on Wednesday
When
night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. But the thing is that, in fact, what Otavia just said, I think it made lots of sense, and it speaks to the situation that happening with lots of women. But I just want us to let us just don't drag it on a one sided. You know, domestic abuse, violence in any form or aggression in a relationship. It's not just one side; it's both sides. There are some guys that are also going through the same thing, and because they have children with these women as well, they can't just easily leave. Just the same way the woman will not leave. But sometimes it is we kind of lose sight and we just think that it's just one sided because society has made it to look that way. But if you go through the criminal justice system, you will see that it is not just one side. It's just not women alone are being the victims of domestic abuse or any kinds of violence in any relationship. Men are also suffering a similar situation. So it's the same. But the only thing is that it is kind of a little bit hard for a female to defend himself because as naturally men are assumed to be more stronger than a woman. So sometimes when there's an abuse and maybe a police is called to respond to that situation, and then they look at the size of the guy and look at the size of the woman, the police will even want to say that how can maybe a 100 pound woman jump a 200 pound man like you? So sometimes sometimes it can be that way. But it is not one sided. It is both male and female, and I just want to point it out there. Even though it seems to be that women are more to be prompt to be the victim of domestic abuse. And as Otavia said, anyone who finds himself in such a situation, the best thing you can do is to get out. Because if you're going to stick around just for the sake of the children, I think you want to live for the children because you want to be around for those children. But when you stay in that kind of abusive and violent relationship, you may not have the next day the children that you're trying to stay in for. You might end up losing them or they might end up losing you. So the best thing to do is always to find a way out or seek therapists or seek counseling. There are professionals counselor out there that can counsel both relationship, domestic and then violent situation that can talk to both partners and see how best they can resolve those issues. Well, in a sense where the issue cannot be resolved and is always resorting to violence, I think the best thing you can do is to get out of it. And I want to support that point with Octavian. But I
Thank,
also want to stress that it's not just one sided. There
thank
are
you.
some guys that are crying in their little corner around here because their women are so violent and abusive as well. So it is both ways.
Thank you very much, yeah, guys. Everybody input well said here. I just wanted to buttress a little bit on what Otavio said. I think Otavio hit the nail on his head that you know, some of these women staying remain in these abuse here based on the, current condition. Maybe they are not educated, they are literally rich, and that person is providing for them, and they're like, you know what? And usually, when a woman is not, educated, or the like women, they will use that statement, "Oh, I better be with a Gina that I know than a stranger." You know what I mean? Yeah, even though they're being abused, but they want to sit in that situation because they don't want that condition to change. Then those abused go for a long time. Or maybe the man is very masculine, he got strength, he's powerful, he scares that person, but guess what? On the other hand, he's financially, capable of providing for that person. So that person weigh the beating and look at the money and say, okay, this man is putting hands on me, but guess what? He's taking care of me, my family, my mom, my dad, everybody. Yeah. So there's a lot of reason, but it boils down to, even though on the other hand, you have been taken care of, but nobody should stay in an abusive relationship. It's very terrible. It have a trickle down effect, a very long term effect. But I wanted to pretty much, turn on the other side here. Have I been in an abusive relationship? Me, yeah, I've been what I would say emotional or psychologically, maybe because I was denied sexual favor, And so I felt that I was emotionally abused in one of my relationships because for me, I'm a nymphomaniac. And when you deny nymphomaniac sexual of favors, sometimes they become a little bit emotional and that leads to something else. Because when you deny a nymphomaniac or sexual favor, guess what happens? It leads to why maybe they cheat on you or it leads to something else, because because that they can still be emotionally hurt. So I just wanted to touch base on that too. But most of my relationship here, it was healthy. Just maybe once in a while in the past, it was a little bit emotional because I would deny those favors. But it's okay. Sometimes we have to label a refuser. So now some people say no, no me knows. So we have to label that. But ladies and gentlemen, I think tonight was we went on 2 hours 30 minutes. It was very very informative. Tomorrow
But
we're gonna go
I
back.
just elaborate more on something real quick, please.
Yeah, so that would be your also your concluding statement because I was just gonna kind of go around here for concluding statement. So go ahead and opine on that. Then you can also add your concluding statement. And just to let you guys know, in your concluding statement, you can say anything about your business, your upcoming events. We can also, we'll give you 5 minutes to conclude, but also you can include any upcoming event or promotion. Yeah, so we will have Princess for her concluding statement for tonight.
Okay, so thank you everybody for having me tonight. It was an honor. I'm Steph, and I have my show that's coming up. To those of you who don't know, May 11th, and I'm inviting you all. I'm launching my business, Nubian Culture, and I'm having a fashion show May 11th of 2024 in Des Moines, Iowa. So if you guys can come, show support and love, I'll highly appreciate you all. Once again, Nubian Culture will be launching. It's a clothing line for both males and females, unisex, both European and African. So come enjoy yourself. The show entrance is free, but the after party is not free. So I'll elaborate more on that later. But I just wanted to comment on the last before this gentleman spoke, the one before him. I'm sorry, I'm not really good with names.
You mean Octavius or Dave?
Yes,
Or Dave?
I'll tell you.
All right,
Um,
go ahead.
abusive relationship is a very topic for me because, like I said before, I've been through it. So and I just don't like that. Most of the time, Liberian women are stereotyped by Liberian men. So abuse is worldwide. It's not 80% of Liberian women are abused. Like I've been in America my whole life. I came here since I was 8 years old, and I experienced different races that been abused in some way. White, Spanish. Even when you look into other third world country like Saudi Arabia, what they do to that women is more worse than what the Liberian men do to their women. I mean, they're basically slave in their own house for their husbands. So if you go to other countries, there's a lot of other countries where the men provide and the women have to stay home, and the men feel like because he's providing, the women don't have no say. So when we're talking about abuse, we're talking about worldwide. It's just not just in the Liberian community. But I feel like you know more about your community. That's why you're speaking on Liberian women. But I feel like abuse is everywhere, no matter what race and or nationality you are. You go through abuse in every way that a Liberian woman will go through abuse. Some go through worse than some Liberian women. Uh, I feel like you're talking about Liberia because like I said, you have your own experience about that. But as a Liberian woman, I do understand where you're coming from, and I also want to say, being that I've been in an abusive relationship, I've learned to heal myself before I decide to move on, talking to other to move forward. Because if you're healed within, regardless of you healing yourself or going through therapy, there's no other person that's gonna come in your life that you will look at the same because you'll just feel like they're coming to abuse you. You'll be traumatized by your past. So and that's most of the problem we face in the youth or even our older women that are going through abuse. They don't know how to talk about it. They don't know how to go about it. They don't know who to ask for help, because sometimes when you feel like you have a friend that you want to confide in, that friend is laughing at you and carrying your business to other people. So sometimes that's why it's so hard for people to speak out on their abuse. And for the most part, I have not seen the Liberian community that have those kind of groups. They have political groups, they have church, the pastor then, yeah, the pastor then is there to help you. They will talk, but pastor then said when you finish talking your business, they will go on the pulpit. Oh, the other people then going through this. They was I mean, it's not intentional, but they're just speaking on the topic that was brought to them, which is not healthy for the couple that came in private to tell you their business. So I don't know. The community need to do something also about the women or people that are being abused, men or women. Like he said, men be abused all the time. I know a lot of men that have been abused in that relationship also by their women, because sometimes a woman was sent from a man from Africa when she feel like she's a superior over him because she sent for him, because she providing for him for the moment. So she control him like a little puppet. So men do go through abuse also. I mean, equally as women. So, and I feel like if the Liberian community, because he did based on 85% of Liberian women go through abuse. What are you guys doing to help the Liberian women go through abuse? Yo, who got organization and stuff that's out there? What are y'all doing to help your community? Is there any help for the community of people who's going through those things? Because there's a lot young teenagers, adult, older women, people who are in their marriages, people who are in relationship. Like you said, they're in long-term relationship. And I know a lot of females, a lot of older women who don't want to leave because they've been with that man so long and they feel like they're older. How they're gonna find a new relationship? How they're gonna start all over again? So they stay in that relationship and continue to be abused by men. So, like, what are you guys doing to help the Liberian women in this community that's going through these things? Because it's a very sensitive topic.
Thank you. All right. So, anyone, when one of these gentlemen making a concluding statement, they will also be able to answer that question here. So let's pretty much that's a very good presentation there. A good question. Let's move on here to Crew Queen for her closing statement. Crew Queen.
Can you escape me a little bit? I'm trying to pet my baby.
All right, so let's move on to Dave for a closing statement for tonight. Dave, when in your closing statement, if you can please answer that question posed by Princess.
Okay. Thank you, AJ. I just want to say here that domestic abuse or violent or aggressive violence at home between partners is not encouraged. Whenever you see it, it is good to get away from it because it is not a healthy way to live your relationship with the other partner. And abuse is not just limited to physical violence. It can be included mental torture or verbal abuse is also an abusive relationship. So it doesn't necessarily have to be physical where somebody have to put hands on you. But when you are mentally being tortured and all those kind of things, it's also considered as an abuse. And to just go straight up to your question is that what is the community doing? Right now, I don't know what the Liberian Association or the Liberian community of Iowa is specifically doing when it comes to domestic abuse within the community. I can tell you that there is a hotline. There's an Iowa hotline for domestic abuse. That whenever you are in problem, that you can call. It is 24 hours, 7 days a week. You can call that number, and you have people responding to you. They assign social workers. Police will come and take verbal report from you, and
I
then
don't cut you off. Sorry, but I know all these things. What I was saying and what is the African community doing for their sisters or brothers? I know there's a hotline for abuse. You know, I know all these things. I was
yeah.
just asking, like for
That's,
our
so I
community.
just said that there is I don't know of any specific program being put into place by the community that we live in here, but I can assure you that since we live in a country where there is system being put into place, even if the community does not have it, we still have a system that has been put into place that can assist people that are experiencing these kind of situations that has to do with domestic affair. We got there are some churches, community churches in within the Iowa environment, and these churches can also offer counseling. So if you are in a church, you talk to your pastor. The pastor will also be. I know you reference that sometimes some of the pastor will even be the one to talk about your situation to other people. But we still have some good pastors within our community that are waiting to keep your situation confidential, and will be able to talk to you or talk to your partner to see how best the both of you can work together. So there are lots of other programs that without a Liberian community that you can still be able to make it. But let us not say because we don't have those things in our own localized community, it means that there is no help. There is always some help, and let us make use of those assistance that are available to us.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much, here, Dave. Thank you very much, our princess. Good discussion tonight, and we had a lengthy discussion here. I know our brother Dave came on late here, but he always have a very vital input. Our crew queen, we are about to end here. You still want to give your closing before we end?
Um, well, I want to say thanks to everyone for coming out tonight for us to talk about this. And AJ, I also want to say thank you for always taking your time to be on time for us to discuss about this. I really do appreciate it. Sexual harassment, emotionally, everything is like really, really something that is very much really not good. I don't support that. But also, Princess said the Liberian community can help. I don't think the Liberian community can help because the same thing that we're saying when you carry it to the pastor will carry it to the church. So I don't think like a lot of Liberian people will be free that, you know what? Since Liberian people have their organization, let me be able to go to them to take my problem to them. And then when you go, no, you hear it somewhere else, you hear it somewhere else. So I don't think I support that for us to have that organization in Des Moines because that's when a lot of people information gonna go out there because I know how we the Liberian people we don't know how to keep information to ourselves because end of the day when you tell me I'm on the boat, when I go home I will tell my wife and then my wife get a co-worker, she will go tell her co-worker, then her co-worker know somebody who me their problem, then they will go tell the person. Then when problem come, the person come and air out what's the everything that I doing so the organization. So I really not in support of that when it comes to you carry your own problem to the Liberia Associate so talk about sexual abuse. And also, guys, I just want to say if you on here and you never follow my business page or AB Triple J, please follow my business page and share one of our works. Maybe by sharing our business page, we will get somebody that will like our stuff. You don't have to buy from us to be able to show support. Just by sharing our posts and telling people about us, it will help us. And thanks to everybody that come on here to listen to us and put their one or two into this stuff. I really do appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you, guys, and thanks to our viewers here that stuck with us for almost 3 hours here. Thank you to all the contributors, the participants, the panelists. You guys. At the end of the day, the show is very educational. It's entertaining. It's informative. It's interactive. That's what we do here on Ladies' Night. That's what we do on our political nights. And that's what we do on current situation. We do not take people personal and discuss it. No, we ask our panelists the straight question. If they want to use themselves as reference, they usually do that. If they want to generalize, they do that. So that's what makes the show very unique. All right, but we'll see you guys next week. We'll also see you guys tomorrow on Thursday. We have our political panelists. They will be up and ready. We got a lot of news to things to discuss from Liberia. But hey, guys, good night and sweet dreams. Extend our salutation to you and your family. Thank you very much.
Good night.